Good evening, everyone. Welcome to a all-new episode of the Anination podcast.
Yes. What is up, everyone? I just want to say happy holidays to all. And Christmas is coming up soon. So, yeah, hope you're all excited for this holiday special.
I mean, this is definitely the last episode of the podcast before we head over to the holidays, to say, since it's Christmas time and New Year's time, you know?
Yes. So, hope you get your festivities ready because, yeah, we have a pretty special Christmas treat for y'all right here tonight.
All right. But yes, absolutely. I think you guys already know by now we do have a Loud House Casagrande special for you all. This is just a huge thank you for, you know, being great fans, subscribing to us, and being supportive of us. And we have to go back to the Loudcasa Talks for it because of that, you know?
Yeah, because Loudcasa, our love for Loud House is where it all started for us. It was the first, stepping stone for us during our podcast session. So, yeah, we thought we'd bring this up.
Yeah. All right. So, without further ado, let's introduce ourselves. Let's go live.
Yes.
Actually, wait. I totally forgot. We did have... Where's our picture? There we go. All right. Perfect. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of the Anination Podcast. This is our Christmas episode of the Anination Podcast.
Yes. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, Anination world. How y'all doing? This is Nate, and this is Sanomi coming at you live in this special.
Live? Wait a minute. This is a recording.
Yes. Coming at you recording this special.
Wait a minute. Yeah. I mean, we're live right now for those watching on YouTube right now, but yeah, This is going to be recorded. It's going to be an episode of the Anination podcast soon. So if anything, there's
Yes.
that. But yeah, I mean, Christmas is upon us. I want to ask you, Omid, how is your Christmas festivities coming up before the big day?
Yeah, so I'm already excited for the Christmas festivities because of the fact of me and my family already decorated our Christmas tree, put it up, put Christmas decorations, and
Don't tell me you're the one person. You're one of those families that like set up the Christmas stuff literally after Thanksgiving, like the day after Thanksgiving.
Well, we actually set it up about the week after Thanksgiving weekend, so we set it up at the appropriate time. It was somewhere like the very first weekend of December, so it wasn't way too early.
So my mom is actually one of those that I literally just says after Thanksgiving we're setting up the Christmas decorations, just because, to be honest, she's one of those that can't wait for Christmas, but at the same time, nobody else can help her out with those Christmas decorations. So when the family comes over, we're gonna set it up for her before we leave. So
I see.
that's why.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah.
That's really awesome. Like, I'm glad that you're into the Christmas spirit just as much as I am, and I'm sure a lot of you are into Christmas spirit.
I hope you guys are all finished up with your Christmas shopping, because I still need to finish up my Christmas shopping. Have you finished up your Christmas shopping yet?
I actually did most of my Christmas shopping. I'm still have a few Christmas cards to write, and so I'm about 90% done with the Christmas stuff.
I'm like 70% done with the Christmas stuff because I still have to buy Christmas gifts for everyone. I do have to admit this, Omid, I don't have yours yet because you bought it already.
Oh, God.
You literally showed it up in the podcast episode recently, and I'm like, oh, damn it. Now I have to buy another new gift for you.
Oh my gosh, but hey, I ain't too picky with Christmas gifts. I'm good with duplicates. But no,
I don't think you want to get a duplicate of another shirt or something.
But hey, regardless, like, the thought is what counts, so I do appreciate it.
I had to. So the issue was that I had to return it too. So I returned it. Then I have to like think about another idea to give Omid. So yeah, it's another big complaint there.
Yeah, it happens for me too. It's like, I think it was the one time where I got you some for Christmas, and you already had it. I think
What was that one again?
It was about a long time ago, but wasn't it sure or something? But yeah, I've had that thing happen to me too.
Yeah. So I have to buy a new shirt. There's a lot of stores that are out there that, sell, pop culture media. So I would say like Hot Topic, what was it? Hot Topic, Box Lunch, any of those places probably would be the ideal spot. I will buy your gift now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Box Lunch especially is, pop culture heaven.
Well, I like Hot Topic. I mean, there's a difference. I mean, both of them are run the same company, but I like Box Lunch doesn't have as much sales compared to Hot Topic. That's why I really shop Hot Topic more.
Well, yeah, there's a reason why the store is called Hot Topic, and I'll just leave it.
Well,
at that.
to be fair, it used to be like a goth punk rock store before anime and other pop culture media started picking up.
Yeah, anime, cartoons, and
I mean, that's the old That was the old Hot Topic days. I don't know if you've ever been to the old Hot Topic days.
I've been to the old Hot Topic, and it's not really something that I would find myself shopping in during that time.
Remember Vader Zim started to get popular thanks to Hot Topic. So yeah.
So I think that could be, that could be it. Is that Invader Zim was the first cartoon to ever have merchandise at Hot Topic.
Yeah.
Like before much more anime cartoons came into the picture.
Yeah, I would say. All right, so let's actually just catch up on the weekend. I have a big weekend to actually break down for everybody, but Omid will go first since yours was... Yeah, explain how your weekend was.
So my weekend was... I'm going to talk about Thursday because Thursday was the Game Awards. And so me and a group of friends who are into gaming, we... watched the Game Awards through a server from one of our friends, and we all rooted for Astrobot Hard to win.
You really wanted Astrobot?
I wanted Astrobot,
not Metal
yes.
for Fantasio?
As much as I love Atlas,
I thought you were one of those people that actually were gonna be hyped up for Metaphor, because I was the one who voted for that for Game of the Year.
Metaphor was my second pick. As much as I loved Metaphor, Astrobot to me felt like a love letter to 3D platforming games like Super Mario 64, Banjo-Kazooie, and especially Super Mario Galaxy. Like, Astrobot definitely felt like a Sony version of Super Mario Galaxy. With the way it takes place in the galaxy, the many planets you go to, and the moves, and it is just, Astrobot was definitely the best PlayStation 5 game I've ever played.
Okay.
Because it celebrates the lore of PlayStation itself.
Well, it did win the Game of the Year, by the way, so congrats to
Yes.
Astrobot. A lot of people
so
were shocked about it. I mean, if you listen to my other podcast, the CaliCon blogcast, we all unanimously said, what was it, Metaphor Fantasio. But my other thing too was like I had a hunch that Astrobot would be Game of the Year, and lo and behold, it was. And I literally called them out last week, telling them, "What did I tell you? What did I tell you?" I do have to say this though, I am not a problem. You guys always call me a problem. I'm like, I'm telling you the truth. I don't know what's up with you all, but I'm not a problem.
Yeah, it's like they didn't listen. It's like you were right the whole time.
I was right the whole time.
Yeah.
I have my freaking hunches. You guys don't understand like how great video games are. You know?
Yeah. I guess they were like in such denial because they wanted their game to win.
I mean, exactly. I mean, the thing is that I really hate those kind of debates where people kind of said like, "Why don't you actually side on us?" And I'm like, "Why can't I side with you guys?"
Well, here's the thing: is that like your perception of Astrobot may win, that's more like the realistic version. You're saying that there's a part of you that's hoping for Metaphor Fantasia to win, but then deep down, oh, this other game might win too.
Yeah, exactly. I had my hunches. I even thought like Final Fantasy VII Remake could actually win the Game Awards too for Game of the Year.
Yeah, see, that actually had a high chance. I was pretty scared that Final Fantasy VII Remake might, snag the win, but thankfully it didn't. So,
well, you were thinking Metaphor too, right?
I was thinking Metaphor, yeah.
Yeah, Metaphor, Elden Ring, and also Black Myth Wukong was also nominated for Game of the Year. To be fair, they were all great nominees.
It's tough competition. So it was at the point where any one of these games could win.
Yeah, but either way, like Astrobot did win Game of the Year and also did win Best Family and a bunch of other like awards. I think Game Direction was also with them as well.
Yes, it won almost all the award nominations that it was nominated for.
No, it's not really a half. It's more like a fourth of the awards.
It's more like it won a good chunk of them.
Yeah, it won a good chunk, including the special ones, because I know Metaphor Fantasio did win a couple. Math with Wukong win Player's Choice. And then, what was it? A bunch of other games also did get voted in as well. So, Balatro, by the way. Balatro is also a really fun mobile game. It's literally poker on your hand.
Dude, my friend Greg is like so addicted to that game, like on his Steam Deck. He plays a lot of Balatro.
It's good. It's fun.
And I was at his house one time. I saw him playing it continuously. I thought I had to tell him, like, dude, let's play something else, huh?
Why don't you play Balatro? You figure it out yourself. And also, this could be good for you in Vegas.
Yeah, Balatro is definitely good for those, especially who play poker and card games in Vegas, like blackjack and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, how did you feel about the best adaptation? Because that didn't go to Arcane. That went to Fallout.
That did go to Fallout. I was rooting for Arcane so hard.
I was going for Arcane too. And I hate, again, some people keep telling me I'm a problem because I picked Arcane. I'm like, why? Oh, because League of Legends. And I'm like, but League of Legends, dude, the show is freaking amazing. Like, I don't even know if they even watched the show or if they were like League of Legends haters or something like that.
I think like the moment I saw the Fallout one, I thought to myself, okay, I understand that there was this hype going on about the Fallout show.
It's a good show.
That's one I've heard. I haven't seen an episode, but since it did win Best Adaptation, I thought to myself, I may check it out one of these days.
Yeah. But like, I get it. Like, look, to each their own. I'm not a big hater if Fallout won. Like, Arcane lost, that's fine. Yeah. But Arcane was a really amazing animated series that I had to get my vote out to them. It's just that stinks that, like, if you listen to the CaliCon podcast when we were giving out our votes, you can totally hear them saying, "You're a problem" or something. And I'm like, dude, yeah, this is where I'm kind of like, what the heck is this problem here?
Yeah. Your problem with me is that I'm being honest. I'm being brutally honest. I'm not sugarcoating or anything.
Oh, and somebody also did say in our comments to Queso winning Best Streamer. I'm one of those VTuber fans that wanted Pecora to win. Bunny Girl Pecora.
Yeah, I actually haven't checked out any of these streamers. So.
Why don't you check out a VTuber, a HoloLive VTuber named Pekusa da Pecora?
Like, even though I'm an anime fan, I'm not much into VTuber.
VTuber is actually not. It's actually pretty fun to watch. You go to Offkai. I don't know if you went to Crunchyroll, the last Crunchyroll that went to, but they had a lot of VTubers.
They celebrated VTubers. They embraced VTuber culture.
And I love it. I love it. That's got me into HoloLive. Thank you, Crunchyroll. Goddamn.
Yeah, it may have sucked you to it, but I'm not sucked into it quite yet. But
maybe not.
Maybe not. Well, not yet anyway.
All right. Anything else besides the Game Awards?
Yes. So there's also the fact of how on on Saturday, of course. Now, especially after Game Awards, I was so addicted to Astrobot the game because I wanted to celebrate the win because I adore the game that much. So I played like 10 times as much Astrobot as I did before the Game Awards even started. So yeah, the more I play it, the more I think to myself, yeah, it 100% deserved Game of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing much I do really want to say, to be honest. So, but then I'm gonna pass the mic on.
Yeah, pass the mic on to me because I got a lot of things to talk about when it comes to Las Vegas, which I went to last weekend. So it was gonna be pretty quick and short because Saturday I flew into Las Vegas, met your brother, and we went straight to the NBA Cup. We watched the Thunder beat the Houston Rockets. That was a fun game because we actually were able to get like lower bowl seats and we're able to see the players play like right in front of your face, which I thought was pretty sick.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we even get to go down to like the court side and actually see the players. We can't be like there like really close to the players, but we can actually like see them, say hey to them, but they won't say hi back. They're just walking back to the locker room or something.
Yeah, I think it's because maybe it's because like they were too busy walking down, they don't notice or anything.
Right.
It's just, I don't know. It's just
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's just the fact that we can be able to see them up close. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna do autographs or anything like that, but I mean to see them up close is something.
You had that. The fact that you had the luxury makes me jealous. Like, that's
Yeah. And then Sunday, we watched football all day. I was able to see I actually got a parlay bet won, by the way. So I actually ended up getting like 200. So it's weird how my bet was this weekend because like I ended up getting a parlay bet and that actually hit. So I actually put in $20, got like 140 back,
Really?
which was great money for me. And then then the second half, all the 3 bets that I put were losers. So that fucked up. And then there was one bet that I actually bet on the Saints and I actually won that one too. So
okay, at least you want something.
I want something. That was fun. And then I think you saw the pictures. We went to a Packer bar. We saw the Packers and Seahawks game at Sunday Night Football. Packers won, and then all the Packer fans are absolutely like cheering on for that.
The Bears still.
I just didn't know Packers fans had those chants.
The Bears still.
I didn't know the big rivalry between Packers and Bears, but I guess it still hits home because apparently there's a lot of Packer fans in Las Vegas, and there they are right there.
Oh yeah, Packers-Bears rivalry. One thing I keep in mind: the Packers-Bears rivalry is the New York Yankees-Boston Red Sox rivalry of football. Like it's that big.
Is it that bad? Is it that good? I don't know. I think Cowboys and Giants are bigger than that. Yeah.
I mean, Packers-Bears rivalry. Now, Cowboys-Giants have a big rivalry themselves, but Packers and Bears is set to be possibly the biggest rivalry in NFL history.
Is that what you heard from someone?
That's from what I've heard, yeah.
Okay.
That's what I've heard from a friend of mine.
Then I get the Packers-Bears chance that everyone's doing. I'm wondering how Chicago does with the Packers. Although Packers and Lions, I think is going to be a new rivalry. Just watch for that to happen.
Oh, yeah, especially during the playoffs.
Yeah. And then after the games, we met up with another friend who was also part of our pick'em pool.
Yes.
We went to this place called Best Friend in Park MGM. Really good food, by the way. Like they have a mix of like Asian fusion and a bunch of like other cultures being represented. Because the chef who makes it is Asian and he makes some amazing, great food. We ate it really well. It's good. It's really good food. So that was actually I'm trying to like do what I can in Las Vegas, try to hit up like all the like great amazing like restaurants out there, even though they're a little bit pricey. It's like one thing that I want to do when I visit Las Vegas. So Best Friend was the first one. I mean, we already went to Gordon Ramsay Burger. We already went to Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen also.
Nice.
We want to get in my case I do want to get more Las Vegas like restaurants whenever I go to Las Vegas, that is.
Yeah, Las Vegas is such a big touristy city. They got all these amazing hot spots, various kinds. There are still ones I've yet to go to. Best Friend be one of them.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, go check it out. I mean, I don't know if you'll probably like it, but you'll see when you get over there. Yeah. But then Monday we obviously went to the Raider game. That was quite interesting. First off, I put a bet on the Raiders during that day. I put a bet for like 5.5 points on Caesar Sportsbook and then 6.5 points on MGM, BetMGM.
Oh my god!
And both of them, actually, one of them hit because they lost by 6. If the Raiders like at least won, no. Here's the thing that kind of broke me up. The freaking extra point. How did you miss an extra point?
I don't know. It's just apparently we don't care anymore, so we just ended up missing the extra point. Just like why?
I don't know. I'm wondering, huh?
It's like wow.
See, that would have gotten all my bets. Like all those bets would have been taken. But one of my bets was taken because it was 6.5, not 6, not 6 points. So
like we already know we're getting eliminated from the playoffs, but so I think the Raiders are at the point.
I'm wondering what the freak happened because like if they made the extra point, I would have gotten both of my bets, but they didn't. I just remember like literally looking for the extra point, then they blocked it. Then I was like on my seat going like, oh, what the fuck? And then your brother had to comfort me. Your brother had to comfort me because it's like, oh my god, no. Oh, did you also see that, that last minute desperation touchdown that they were going to throw? I thought they were going to get it, but unfortunately got intercepted by a Falcon, so
now there was a silver lining to the Raiders losing. So what happens is that there's this, draft,
I get it. It's you want to get the first pick of the NFL draft.
We want to get. So what happens is that the team with the worst record by the time the regular season is over gets the number 1 pick in the draft.
I know they're always putting up the chance, just tank baby, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, it's really sad when now we need them to lose. And we need them to lose because it's going to be good for us in the draft because we're desperate for a quarterback.
Yes, you are desperate for a quarterback. You're probably going to draft a quarterback, but I think it's best if you want to get some wins here and there.
We're pretty much done deal at this point.
I know, you are done deal. Same with the 49ers, which, by the way, going straight to our NFL topic here. We're done. Voters are not going to be a playoff team. I'm sad. I think I'm sad.
The Niners would have still made it to this year's playoffs as well had your players not been injured.
Yeah, injuries is one thing, but at the same time, we lost to the Rams twice this year. What the hell happened to our team? And our chances are pretty much going slim. I'm pretty sure Niners are not going to make the playoffs, which sucks because it means that I don't know. Do you feel good just the fact that your team's not going to make it, but at the end you're going to watch a Super Bowl without your teams?
Yeah, you're pretty much. It doesn't feel good to watch Super Bowl when neither of our teams are there. But on the other hand, there is actually that chance that your third favorite team could be there in the Super Bowl.
Maybe. Yeah, and your second favorite team is going to be...
And my second favorite team, Philly's dominating.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, it's not your main team. It's not the Raiders. It's not the 49ers.
Yeah.
It just feels different, right?
It really does feel a bit different. Yeah, it kind of does. But then you have fun no matter what Super Bowl you watch because, well, it's a Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's a Super Bowl. Yeah. And also, if you've been following up on our podcast episode, we have been talking about this pool that I'm in. We're still alive. Thankfully, we're still alive, me and our other friend.
I know.
Literally, the two are squaring off right now, and I'm just hoping this week we pick well.
I know. He remains a 1 striker. You remain a 2 striker.
Exactly. So, again,
nothing's changed.
Really up there. Oh, and then one more thing I also want to bring up. I did go to the One Piece Cafe, by the way.
Yes, you did.
I did go to One Piece Cafe.
Yes.
I had to bring that up. I did go on Saturday after the NBA Cup. I forgot to bring that up, but I did go to the One Piece Cafe. Your brother ended up getting that all meat platter, and it was like, oh my god, like what, ribs and steak and sausages, and I'm like, dude, this is good.
Yeah, this is something that Luffy would definitely gobble up.
I ended up getting Sanji's like seafood fried rice, which was also pretty good.
Oh, nice.
I also got the Nico Robin drink, and it's really good too.
Of course, you got the Nico Robin.
Yeah. You and your Nami freak, and I'm like a Nico Robin girl guy.
Yeah, we have our One Piece waifus here.
We have our waifus. Yes, we get it. We have our waifus. And then I also took pictures at the One Piece Cafe. I didn't buy any merch over there because I also saw the merch and it's kind of overpriced.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing about One Piece Cafe is that any sort of keychain or merch you can get over One Piece Cafe, you can easily get it much cheaper if you buy it at Amazon or Hot Topic or whatever.
No, just buy it on Hot Topic. One Piece, there's going to be One Piece shirts everywhere.
Yeah.
There was one thing I also did kind of regret on buying. I did buy the chiffon cake that they had, which was like a chocolate chiffon cake. But
really,
but the thing is, like, they were closing, and it's in the box already. So I ended up bringing it to your brother's place, but we didn't even eat it. And I didn't even eat it.
So this is a case of buyer's remorse.
Yes, it's a buyer's remorse thing.
Oh, God. You had a buyer's remorse moment?
Yes, I did have a buyer's remorse moment. So what happened was, since I was going to fly out on Tuesday, and I still had the cake with me, I couldn't eat it. So I left it to the maids. So.
Oh, nice. That's really nice of you.
But at the same time, I lost $25 of food.
Yeah, like... $25, you kind of wasted $25.
I know, shut up. But at the same time, I also did gamble over at the MGM, which I stayed over on Monday night. By the way, I don't know what, my luck is better in Vegas compared to here.
Yeah, for some reason, you do tend to win big in Vegas.
I don't know. Like I ended up with like $30, and then it turned out to $300, and then I lost it to $80. I still gained money. So
I mean, you have gained some wins in Cali too. Look at Cache Creek, for example. Right?
Cache Creek is a great.
Cache Creek,
yeah, it's a great casino.
I never forget that one time you won big over there.
How much did I win? I totally forgot.
Cache Creek. I don't want to bring this up to the audience, but you know what? You want me to bring it up to you right now? The sum of it.
I don't even remember.
I think it was 1K or something.
I don't remember how much it was. Is it 1K or was it? I remember I did win a $600 major jackpot over at Cash, and then that was on a different picture. But yeah either way. But also, guys, don't be like me. Don't gamble. Don't be like an idiot and be a gambler like that.
Yeah. See, the betting that I do, I save it for NFL sports betting. I don't really.
Although to be fair, you have lost a couple of sports betting yourself.
Yeah, don't remind me. And so, what I do, well, I mean, sometimes I go to slot machines, but it's rarely.
What's your favorite slot machine?
The Game of Thrones one's still my favorite.
Really?
Yes.
I think there are better games out there. Try the Huff and Puff games. Those are literally you play Huff and Puff. It's literally the Three Little Pigs story.
Really?
Yeah, it's a fun game. By the way, if you get lucky, please leave once you get your bonus, get out of there. Just get out of there.
Quit while you're ahead. Basically, quit while you're ahead.
Yeah. And also the top dollar is always a fun slot machine that I play. Once you hit you literally hit that top dollar in the slot, and then you end up winning like this big game, which is really fun.
Oh yeah. Nice.
I don't know. We got to go to the casino one time, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
February.
Oh yeah. We're going to February. Yeah. All right. Yeah. That ends our weekend talk. Let's actually get things started here and actually talk about some news about in the world of animation before we get to our big thing that we're going to talk about, which is the Loud House and Casagrandes tier list. You guys can't wait for it. I know we can't wait for it. So
yes.
All right, let's go ahead and get things started. Let's actually talk about a brand new movie that's coming out real soon. Oh my god. There. Sorry, my computer's a little bit janky, but let's actually talk about the Looney Tunes, because they're coming back, by the way, with a brand new movie called The Day the Earth Blew Up. Yes. The trailer did drop just a couple of weeks ago, and it does feature your very favorite classic Looney Tunes characters, Daffy Duck and Porky Pig. So when you watch the trailer, what are your thoughts on how this movie's gonna go?
Looney Tunes are back on the big screen, baby. And no, it's not a live-action animation hybrid like the previous Looney Tunes movie theatrical releases. No, this is full-on 2D animation right there. Like full-on 2D Looney Tunes right there. No live-action appearances or anything like that. And what makes it even better is that it's the iconic duo, like you said, Daffy Duck and Porky Pig. We have actually seen these two on screen with their own cartoons for decades. Mm-hmm. So this was definitely a major way for them to make a comeback in this movie.
To be fair, they were the first two Looney Tunes characters, yeah. Porky Pig, I know, was the first one. Then Daffy Duck also came up as well. Bugs Bunny, by the way, if you're thinking Bugs Bunny was the first one, no, that's definitely false.
If you know your Looney Tunes history, you know that these are the very first OGs.
It is cool that they actually do make them be the main characters of this brand new movie.
Yes.
So let's actually talk about the whole trailer in general, because it is pretty much like, it's weird because like it's just them living together with Petunia, by the way, which is I'm pretty sure Porky Pig's girlfriend or something. And some sort of alien race with bubble gum. There's a lot of gum things happening here and there. I mean, it's supposed to be Looney Tunes silliness, which is what always makes a Looney Tunes movie great. But this whole thing about saving the world from a bubblegum alien thing, for example. What's your thoughts on just how the trailer looked and how it is?
So the bubblegum aspect that plays into the aliens' motivation to take over the world, that's pretty par on course for Looney Tunes in general. They do tend to have silly weapons, silly premises, silly villains to work with. So I think the aliens could be as memorable as the main Looney Tunes characters themselves.
Yeah. You know, I don't know. It's just really uncanny from the way I'm kind of seeing it. I know the alien is supposed to be like a brand new character for the Looney Tunes, but there's only 3 characters that I'm seeing. It's just Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, and Petunia. And I'm kind of wondering, are we going to see more Looney Tunes characters? Because, I mean, I get it. Like, we do have the main 3, but then why don't we have Bugs Bunny? Can it just like show up a little bit? Why don't we have like, you know, Sylvester the Cat or Tweety Bird, you know?
or Tasmania, or actually no.
I can't really expect Tasmanian Devil to be there unless he's in a zoo, to be honest.
Or actually no. Here's actually a cameo that I feel would be most fitting, other than these two here. Marvin the Martian.
I mean, it will make sense because it is little aliens out there.
Because
yeah,
it's sci-fi space. You got these aliens. Marvin the Martian would be the perfect third character for this.
Yeah. Another thing I also want to bring up is the animation. Obviously, the animation has improved in years. This is probably our first ever animated Looney Tunes thing since the Looney Tunes cartoons back in 2020. So seeing them like this, how impressed are you with the way it looks like for the Looney Tunes characters?
Oh, very impressed. Now, ever since the Looney Tunes cartoons came out on Max, they have proven to be quite the modern return to glory for these Looney Tunes characters, because with the modern style animation, it's a mix of modern style animation blended together with real legit Looney Tunes humor that was dated all the way back to the 20s, 30s, and 40s. Mm-hmm. So we're talking about it's pretty much a modern, it's Looney Tunes old Looney Tunes cartoons coming back to life in modern form.
And I actually do appreciate it, just because like we're kind of into that world of animation and not into the live action movies.
Yeah,
which it has been what Looney Tunes has been known for. I mean, if you can look back at like the recent like live action Looney Tunes movie, and that was Space Jam: A New Legacy or something,
which we don't talk about.
We don't want to talk about it just because it was absolute BS. And then if we want to discuss about that movie, I think it's just more of a Warner Brothers ploy. It pretty much was just like all promotions about Warner Brothers. Like they inside the NBA people, they had like King Kong, they had so many Warner Brothers properties that it tells me like this isn't even what Space Jam was back in the 1990s.
It was nothing more than an hour and a half HBO Max commercial. Nothing more, nothing less.
Exactly. And it's supposed for like an hour, 30 minutes. I mean, I appreciate LeBron James. This is great. I mean, his son, it literally is now in the NBA too. But no, this isn't the way to do it.
Yeah, I will give it this. The animation done on LeBron James as a cartoon is well done, but it doesn't make up
I actually like the animation, but I don't like the live action 3D animation that they did for the characters.
Yeah, they look so... They look so uncanny. The best way to describe the 3D Looney Tunes models when you see them play basketball, it's just like, oh god, never again.
Yeah, I was just not really a fan of like the whole 3D models and just them in the real world things. But they did have like animated segments where you had like LeBron James being with the Looney Tunes. And it's so weird that he transports to like other worlds to meet up with other Looney Tunes characters and bring up
Casablanca, Game of Thrones, insert Warner Brothers property here.
Rick and Morty literally was in Space Jam too.
Yeah.
It was such a... I could totally see from the blatancy what Warner Brothers was doing, and I'm like, you guys screwed up this movie because of your advertising. Look back at what Space Jam was when Michael Jordan took the court, and that turned out to be a classic and a, what would I say, cult classic, I would say.
Yeah, I think this is David Zaslav's way of trying to get Warner Brothers back in the good graces.
Oh no, it totally failed on that one. And Warner Brothers is still sucking at the moment, so
yeah, thanks to Zaslav's crappy decisions, Warner Brothers is still a company that's not looked upon fondly, and for good reason.
Yeah, it's not even looking great. Forget that for company. That's so bad. But no, I mean, also, how about Looney Tunes back in action? I'm not gonna lie, that's okay with me. I'm okay with that movie.
I have some sort of nostalgia for Looney Tunes back in action. It also helps that Brendan Fraser does give it an okay performance.
It did. Like, I know that he came from the Mummy movie, and after that, he went to Looney Tunes back in action, and I'm like, hey, he's not bad of a person that's trying to, like, save the tunes, okay?
There's actually some pretty legit funny... breaking the fourth wall humor as well. I never forget that one scene where Scooby and Shaggy are pissed at Matthew Lillard for his performance in Shaggy because the live action Scooby-Doo movie sucks. Oh my god, that was the best joke in the movie.
Yeah, you mean Scooby-Doo 2, right? 2 sucked.
Oh gosh. Well, down in the first movie.
First movie wasn't bad. What are you talking about?
It's just it's the best way to describe this first Scooby-Doo live-action movie is that you loved it when you were a kid, but when you look back on it as an adult...
Yeah, when you look back as an adult, you think it's dumb, but like, hey, but when I was a kid, I was a big Scooby-Doo fan, so...
And it's only fair, but yeah, and there's also more cameos, more there's also more performances that gave quite a laugh, like Steve Martin, for example.
Steve Martin, I didn't realize that Steve Martin was the villain, because I just remember Brendan Fraser being like the main character guy, and then that girl, I forgot her name, but like, what was it? Just Steve Martin being the villain. I'm like, oh shoot, he's an amazing comedian. I just never expected him, out of all people, to be a part of this movie.
Yeah, so Looney Tunes Back in Action does a serviceable job in showing us the Looney Tunes characters in a live action setting. Better than either of the two Space Jam movies ever did, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, if anything, I'd like obviously Space Jam is definitely the top one, with Michael Jordan, not LeBron James. But that one, I think, definitely is peak. Remember, I just watched it when I was like 6 years old, and I remember loving the Looney Tunes still back then. Yeah. So watching that was just an absolute, like, amazing thing to watch.
Yeah, Space Jam was definitely one of my go-to nostalgia movies. It's basically a combination of two things you love, NBA and Looney Tunes. Mm-hmm. It makes it
I know they tried to do their best with Space Jam: A New Legacy, but no, they didn't, because
it's not the same. It's not the same.
No, it wasn't the same. I literally bought like movie tickets to watch that movie, and I was like, that was so disappointing. I need my money back or something when I watched it.
Like Here's the thing. Space Jam 1, you could argue, it may be dull at times, but at least it was more down to earth. It was more grounded. Yeah. Which more I could say about Space Jam New Legacy, which went all over the place. It's like WTF. You know?
It was really weird, but either way,
but let's get back to this movie.
It's been a while since we had a Looney Tunes movie, so there we go. We finally have a new Looney Tunes movie, all fully animated, which is great. If this movie turns out to be very successful, do you think it actually would lead to more Looney Tunes movies in the future?
Let's hope that this movie leads to Coyote versus Acme getting resurrected.
That's the one thing I also want to bring up. Can we bring in Coyote versus Acme again? Because I know that they are currently shelving it right there in Warner Brothers Studios. If it does well, I have a feeling they're going to bring it out now. And to be fair, it's going to be another live-action animated Looney Tunes movie, though.
Yeah, but I think that Coyote vs. Acme has a potential to work because it plays into a commentary about how Wile E. Coyote's Acme properties don't work when trying to catch roadrunners, so he tries to sue them because...
From since 1950 or something, so it's been 70-something years since you wanted to sue the Acme Corporation.
And then there you go. There is your chance to do so. There is your chance to do so. And we want to see how this lawsuit plays out.
Also 70 years. I'm pretty sure it's an old Coyote, but then again, cartoons overly age.
Yes, indeed. And it's up to us to go and make sure this movie's successful. We got to give our money to this.
Yeah. So are you going to be watching this movie like day one?
Day one, yes.
Really? So this guy's going to be right on top of it watching this when it comes out on February 28th.
I'm going to be right there in the front lines, getting my tickets, getting my popcorn and soda, sitting in the auditorium and watching this.
All right. But either way, I'm also watching this as well. Maybe not a day one film, but let's see how the reviews go, because usually I would just go from the critics and pretty much say like if this is a hit or miss. But I do have some love when it comes to Looney Tunes. I was a big fan of Looney Tunes when I was a kid. I grew up with them. I watched them like every time on Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, wherever network they were in. And even if like so many other Looney Tunes spin-offs came along, I still was kind of a fan of it. So yeah, I mean, I'm a huge Looney Tunes fan. I can't wait for this movie to come out. So yes, The Day the Earth Blew Up, Looney Tunes movie is coming out on February 28th, 2025. So in February, please check it out. It's going to be fun. And hopefully with the success of this movie, we'll actually see more Looney Tunes properties come up for Warner Brothers.
Yes, indeed. Let's just all make sure. Let's just hope that the critics do love this movie, and let's all go and watch it. And also, that's all, folks.
Oh, we're done with the episode? Okay.
I mean, that's all, folks.
Yeah, like you said, that's all, folks, and I'm like, are we done with the episode?
We're done talking about this segment, but yeah, I just want to point it out there because
I'm like, why would you say that right now? Because you made me think that this episode's over now.
I mean, like, we gonna move on to the next segment, but yeah, I just want to say it because, well, Porky Pig, that's all.
I know, that's what he does, but it's more like the end. That's more of an end thing. Usually I was supposed to say that in the end, not now. We still got a long way to go, so let's actually head over to the next subject that we have. Let's talk about the Rainbow Project. Now, the Rainbow Project just recently had their inaugural Velma Awards that came out on December 8th. The LA Animation Festival presented this whole new thing about the Velma Awards. Just a heads up, do not relate Velma Awards to Velma, the show series animated show, animated character. Yeah, a lot of people were getting so confused about that.
Yeah, so it really does suck that this awards ceremony, this particular awards, has to share the same name as
but either way, there have been some. So here's the thing: like, there was a bunch of like awards that came out, and this was all reflecting towards the LGBTQ community, which I thought was just awesome to talk about. So let's actually talk about those announced winners that ended up winning. So let's actually go to well, we're gonna talk about a couple of these because some of them are like, we need to really discuss this a whole lot more.
Yes.
But for now, let's actually talk about some that did win. So, like, for example, best episode of storyline with drag queens, The Bravest Knight from Cedric and the Ogres from Hulu. We also do have best guest star extravaganza. That was from Monster High from Nickelodeon. There's also the best queer relationship to just a plain old This is a weird names, by the way, for the award. Best queer relationship that just got just a plain old relationship that went to Jurassic World, and I didn't know about that they actually had a queer relationship over there, which is pretty cool. Best helping my dad propose to my other dad. Again, what kind of award names are these?
Yeah, I think the thing with Velma Awards is that they come up with some more creative names, albeit weird.
It's interesting,
but they're creative.
Yes, it's a dad proposing to dad that goes to this Let's Go Bananas, the Big Pop and Very Bananas wedding. That was from Cartoon Network, by the way. But let's actually talk about some of the amazing... Let's talk about these 4 awards that we want to discuss. And let's actually start off with the best requited queer crush, and that went to Primos.
Yes.
Out of all people, out of all places, Primos. Yes, Disney Channel's Primos did win a Velma Award for best requited queer crush, and that was to Lita, who who had a crush on a transgender character.
It was more like a
non-binary character. Sorry.
Non-binary character, who is Alex. And yeah, Lita and Alex, they are pretty cute together. Yes, they have some cute scenes together. So I am happy that it won. As for Primos itself, it's not one of the greatest Disney shows.
I know, it's not really one of the greatest Disney shows, but if anything, it did win an award, which kind of does help it kind of helps the show out a lot. Because I know that it went through a lot of controversy, but if I were to say this actually helps Primos out a lot and will possibly lead to more possible things for Primos when it comes to Disney Channel. Yeah,
Primos really has come a long way in terms of trying to get out of being a controversial show and actually getting some rather positive feedback, I would say.
It is actually doing some positive feedback, which is great. But either way, this episode was actually pretty neat just to see how Lita handles a crush. And I didn't expect Lita to actually be on a crush with a non-binary character, which is great. Yeah. This kind of reminds me of a certain thing from Loud House, don't you think?
Oh, yes.
Because Lita is a rock star. She has a guitar. She plays instruments here and there.
It's Saluna.
And what's weird is that she's the oldest cousin in the Primos.
So this is the Saluna of Primos, except Sam is female and not non-binary.
Yeah. But I mean, I think it was actually pretty neat because like it also does represent the LGBTQ community, with the fact that Lita's also, I think, what does that make her actually?
What's it what?
What does that make her? Because she's dating a non-binary character. She has a crush on a non-binary character.
Yeah, she has a crush on a non-binary character named Alex, and so in terms of relationship with a non-binary, I would say that what's it called when you have a relationship?
I have no idea. Yeah, I mean, I actually don't know how this relationship is, but either way, it is a relationship. In this case, it's not. It didn't even actually propose that it's a relationship. It is a crush, though. Yeah. So if anything, they did give that prop out to Lita with that crush.
Yeah, so we gotta say congrats to Lita for the dub. It's a pretty big win for me too, because like Lita's my favorite Primo.
Because it relates to Luna, huh? It relates to Luna, huh?
I've actually seen episodes where Lita's actually quite the coolest character. Like she's got a job. She's actually give Tater some helpful advice. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Next one we want to bring up is the best new non-binary cast member, and that actually goes to, from this episode called the Wellington Hotel Stinkt. What the hell is this episode name, by the way?
So it's the Wellington Hotel episode, and the non-binary character that we're talking about is Win.
Yes, Win Harper from the Fairly Odd Parents' New Wish. So Fairly Odd Parents' New Wish did win an award.
FOP New Wish, let's go! You all know I'm a huge fan of Fairly Odd Parents' New Wish, and I'm championing for it to get a season 2. And
I mean, right now it's doing really successful on Netflix, so something tells me season 2 might happen. Nickelodeon, stop being so like like withholding right now. You might as well just release it out and say, hey, we're having season 2, yay.
If you axe the show, we riot, all right?
Okay, we will. Yes, we will riot. It's a good show at the moment.
But going back to Win as a character, yes, they really do stand out as a really cool character. It's not just that Win is called cool. Win is actually a cool character herself, themselves, and they're a really good friend to Hazel.
Is that where Win actually reveals that that they're non-binary? That they're non-binary?
So while the Wellington Hotel episode isn't Win's first appearance in the show, it's actually their first major appearance. Like, they have a significant role in Hotel as opposed to the previous episodes. But yes, I think that like this episode just highlights Win's pronouns, which is they, them. So I think that's why the Velma Awards acknowledges this episode in particular.
You know what's kind of odd? If they actually presented this award, wouldn't Terry from Amphibia actually win this too? Although to be fair, like we didn't know that they were non-binary until Marcy's Journal came out. So
yeah, so I was pretty surprised to find out that Terry wasn't actually mentioned there. But then again, she could be nominated or was considered an honorable mention. Right?
No, I mean that. Well, the thing is that this is recently. I'm just talking about if the awards were presented like years ago. This is the inaugural first time around that the Velma Awards came out.
I trust it. I trust that they would mention Terry had this award ceremony.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It used to be back in
years ago.
Yeah, if it was back years ago, then it would have happened. But I mean, it just happened this year, so it does make sense why Win ends up actually winning this award. And great to them. By the way, that they end up getting it. Either way, recognition again for Fairly Odd Parents and You Wish. So it might not be like a big award like a Golden Globe, but it's something recognition to bring up for, Fairly Odd Parents and You Wish.
All the more reason to renew season 2.
That's true.
Win for the win.
Yeah. All right. Next award from the Velma Awards is the best episode period that also never saw the light of day. If we want to bring up that particular episode, I do want to let you know that yes, we did make an episode about this a couple of weeks ago, but the gatekeeper from Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur actually won this award.
AKA the reason Disney sucks.
So it's weird. They're not airing this episode, yet they won an award. What's your feelings about this? Good. What are your feelings about it?
I feel like this was 100% deserved, and this is definitely justice for that episode. That episode is so remarkable and represents Brooklyn in the best way possible, and it's a grave injustice that the episode didn't get aired. So yes, I'm happy this got aired.
Dude, the episode was actually...
I'm happy this episode got awarded.
The episode got awarded, and I just love it, just because, like, it is Brooklyn. We never expect Brooklyn at all to become trans. I think it just popped out of, like... I think it did pop out of left field that she was transgender. There was a lot of like hate when it comes to this. Not really hate when it comes to the episode, but you could totally see the hate that's in it. Like, for example, this coach that didn't want to play because of her being trans, and then of course you see all the things that they had to go through. Oh my god, it was just absolutely amazing. It does make sense why it did end up getting the best episode period award.
Yes, best episode period, because yes, it definitely lives up to the title, best episode period. Well, one of the best Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur episodes.
Well, to be fair, there's no other episodes that actually have LGBTQ representation.
Well, I mean, no, there's Casey's dad.
This one's I know, but they don't have an episode. This Brooklyn does. Yeah.
Like, they have an episode focused on Brooklyn, and it's pretty much written in such a positive way because it highlights what the trans youth goes through when they try to play in sports teams. Yeah. And it's the transphobia and bigotry that comes from some coaches and some others.
I do love the fact that they actually tackle this particular the particular issue that's going on in society right now. And oh my god, like, the way they do it was just absolutely great. I mean, I would imagine a lot of people are loving Brooklyn now. Yeah. For her being like, for her being trans and also being like a courageous girl throughout the episode. Like, this wasn't Lunella's episode. This was definitely all about Brooklyn.
Yeah, we applaud Brooklyn. We applaud Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur for running this.
Yeah. If anything, it it did win the award. It was well deserved, I would say.
Yeah.
So undoubtedly, I think Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur definitely deserved this one for sure.
Congrats to Gatekeeper.
And also another thing too, yes, you screwed up, Disney. You definitely screwed up.
You suck, Disney.
And then we have to go to the last award that I think is we have to go to the last award because it is very remarkable for the Velma Awards, and it's called the Legacy Award, and that actually goes out to Steven Universe from Cartoon Network. It makes sense, right, that Steven Universe did win the Legacy Award?
Yeah, because Steven Universe is one of the first modern cartoons to really embrace LGBTQ plus community, especially with the wedding episode with Ruby and Sapphire that touched all our hearts.
Well, to be fair, like there was no signs when it comes to the LGBTQ representation until that, not really the marriage. It's just more with that whole entire relationship. For example, like Ruby and Sapphire, we didn't know that they turned into Garnet. Yeah, because I thought just Garnet was just Garnet. Yeah. But then as you continue on with like how the season went, you now get to see the relationship between Ruby and Sapphire, and that they turn into Garnet, and you can see how amazing of a relationship it was, and even the fact that they even get married later on in the show.
Yes, it was a big moment for LGBTQ plus representation in animation because it's a marriage ceremony that takes place between two homosexual characters.
Yeah. One other thing I also want to bring up, there was no other cartoon before Steven Universe that represented LGBTQ. I mean, I don't think there was. I mean, you can look back at like Adventure Time because they actually had Marceline and Marceline and Bubblegum become a thing. But the thing is, they didn't get married. They didn't become canon until the end of the show. Yeah. Yeah. In Steven Universe, this literally happened in the second season, where you get to see Ruby and Sapphire become a thing.
You can argue there's also Gravity Falls, but then again, the two cops, Blubs and Durland, they weren't revealed to be canon in love until the very end.
Yeah, until the very end. But then I think Alex Hirsch had to actually say that they were a couple, like right in the end.
Yeah, and I think Alex Hirsch did a good job in showing that they were like in that particular scene. Mm-hmm. It was really touching. But going back to Steven Universe, Steven Universe. Especially with the wedding scene, it is definitely one of the most queer cartoons out there.
Just remember, like cartoons back in like the 2010s, 2000s itself, they don't actually represent anything when it comes to like gays or lesbians. Like you don't ever see cartoons in like natural media that shows like, you know, gays or lesbians being represented and stuff. And thankfully, Rebecca Sugar came out with Steven Universe that actually showed LGBTQ like representation, and everybody loved it. Like they did, like she showed it off really well in a way that made the cartoon just stand out and made it amazing. I just never expected it out of all places from Cartoon Network. It just was so surprising. It was just great. It does make sense for it to be the Legacy Award, considering that it got so many fans. It got so many people to like come out and, you know, say that they're part of the LGBTQ community. And yeah, I mean, Steven Universe undoubtedly should get this Legacy Award.
Yeah, Steven Universe definitely deserves this award, and we have Rebecca Sugar to thank for really enhancing the LGBTQ aspect in her show, making it a historical landmark for gay representation.
Well, it's after that I think more cartoons came out that represented LGBTQ representation. You could look back at Owl House, for example. Again, more cartoons still come up. Either way, it's because of Steven Universe that did lead the pinnacle for kids programming to have LGBTQ representation. And I think that deserves the Legacy Award for sure.
Yeah, and we just hope that the LGBTQ representation continues to stay strong to this day in the 2020s.
It will. I mean, I'm pretty sure it will. I really hope that, you know, after this new organization happens in 2025, I really hope that we still get that representation. I know that at the moment right now, Disney is canceling out like everything that is representing LGBT. I mean, I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but I know Win and Lose had an episode that had a trans character in it, and now they took that out. Yeah. So I don't know what's going on, but this is not a good sign from the way I'm seeing it.
Like, I don't like how Disney's caving in to the bigots. Like, Disney is caving into these homophobes, and they're supposed to be better than this. Yeah,
exactly. But again, this has just been going on, and this just leads me to a future where I'm thinking like, where's the courage? Where is animation represented in media where they can actually stand out and, you know, represent that community, because they are a very wholesome and loving community that needs to be more represented in media.
Yeah, so this is a message from us to you guys. To all our LGBTQ plus viewers, just know we see you, we hear you, we accept you.
Exactly. All right, so I do want to say this. Which win stands out the most for you?
I think there are two that stand out to me the most. Obviously, the Legacy Award with Steven Universe winning for obvious reasons. And there's also the Gatekeeper episode because it's a victory for a episode that got canceled undeservingly. And so it got the justice it deserves. And also win for Fairly Odd Parents Do Wish because non-binary representation is best. And also Fairly Odd Parents Do Wish win. So I think those three are what stand out to me.
You pretty much put 3 out of the 4 that we just discussed.
In terms of primos, I like the relationship between Lita and Alex.
I mean, well. I was just gonna say one win, and I think that one win would definitely be Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur because it definitely should be represented. It should have been showed on Disney Channel. I don't know why they can't. They decided to just shelve it. It is pretty much a mockery, the fact that Disney Channel has this power to pretty much remove this episode from their lineup. And I feel like this would be a great episode to showcase Brooklyn and the troubling times that we have for transgender characters or transgender people at the moment.
Yeah, I would say that this is actually the most satisfying win because at least with the other wins, they at least saw the light of day, whereas this episode did not.
Yeah, exactly. And I just feel like, if anything, hopefully from the light of day, hopefully Disney Channel actually changes their mind and actually show the episode to Disney Channel soon.
Yeah.
But until then, it still won an award. So
it still did. It still did.
Yeah.
We're happy for him.
But either way, this is the first time they had the Velma Awards thanks to the Rainbow Project, and I believe they're gonna have more awards coming up in 2025. So we can't wait to see what more Velma Awards they will give out to all kinds of children's media when it comes to the queer representation. Yeah. And I think that's all we can say when it comes to Velma Awards.
Yeah, we're very much excited. We're very happy for all these winners.
Yeah. All right. Well, without further ado, let's actually head over to our main subject right now and actually talk about 2 amazing shows. The Loud House and the Casagrande. So
yes.
Let's go straight into it because yes, we did have a special treat for you because this is our Christmas episode. We want to be festive with you guys who are huge Loud House and Casagrandes fans, and that's why we wanted to bring Loudcasa Talks back and actually do a little Tiermaker for you guys.
So Merry Christmas to you all. This is our Christmas gift to you guys. Ho ho ho.
All right. So we're going to be doing a Tiermaker list which features like most of the popular Loud House and Casagrandes characters. So something tells me, Omid, you're going to put Luna straight up number 1 S tier, I would imagine.
Oh yeah, S+.
Why not Lori? Lori should be at least like A, probably S tier. I know Lincoln's definitely S tier for sure.
Well, we will. The thing is that we want to keep it a surprise. We don't want to say straight up who we're putting.
I mean, like, so we're putting predictions right now, like what characters should be like S tier, like Stella S tier, right? Right, everybody?
S is for Stella. Yeah,
I've done.
Look at her first initial.
We have Liam. Liam probably would be like a C. You'll have Girl Jordan, who'll probably be like a B. You know,
Rusty a D.
You think he's that bad?
I just wasn't a fan of Rusty, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Oh my god. Okay. We even got we have all the Louds. We have all the secondary characters. We have all the Casagrande characters. We also do have their secondary characters as well. So without further ado, let's head over to Tiermaker and actually get our list started here.
Da, 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 da.
All right. So I'm gonna set this up. Also for you guys watching on YouTube, I'm setting that up right now. So hold on for just a second. So this is how our list is going to look like. Yes. And then for you guys, hold on for a second. Oops, that's Christmas lo-fi. There we go. All right. That would be the tier list maker right there. All right, so this is how it looks like, by the way, the massive Loud House Tiermaker list. So we're trying to go as much as we can. I don't think we have over 113 characters. We at least have 50 or 60 characters.
Which is a good enough amount because it's not too little Loud House of characters, nor is it too big.
Mm-hmm. So let's actually start it off. Well, I love how this person made it because it feels like it's alphabetical. Although to be fair, there are some times in this, there is some sections in this list that actually does go out of alphabet. So just to put it up there. All right, so first things first, let's actually talk about the one character that we all appreciate. Adelaide Chang. That's our first character, Adelaide Chang.
Yes.
Interesting. Where we gotta put her?
Hey, A is for Adelaide, but then again, she is better than A in my opinion. I'm gonna say S.
You think S tier already for Adelaide?
S tier already for Adelaide.
Oh man, I mean, I love her. She's so cute and adorable. She's so wholesome. I mean, do we want to put her straight to S? That's the thing. Like
there's not a single thing that you can hate about Adelaide. She's really snarky. She's really adorable. She's really wholesome and sweet, especially to her pet animals. Oh, and of course, the banter between her and Carl is fun to watch.
Okay, so we're putting her. This is gonna be a very big thing because we're already putting Adelaide in S. I'm like, I was thinking A, to be honest.
For, like her first initial, I get it.
Yeah, A for Adelaide.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, maybe the panel can maybe the audience can actually do something when it comes to Adelaide, but I mean, I want more episodes of Adelaide. I know that she had some wholesome episodes here and there, but I think she's A+. Yeah. She's A+ to me.
Okay, like A+ is a passing grade, 100%.
Yeah, I'll say A+ for now. We're kind of going a little too high when it comes to Adelaide having S. I think A might work for me.
Adelaide is top student in our class. Let's go.
All right, so we'll put Adelaide in A. We'll put Adelaide in A. All right, cool. All right, so Adelaide's first in the A spot. Let's actually head over to the other Albert, actually, from what was it? Yeah, Albert.
Albert. From the Loud House, otherwise known as Pop Pop.
Yeah. So how about Albert? Where are you putting him in?
I'm putting Albert in somewhere in the A tier or B tier because like he really is a wholesome grandfather figure, especially to Lincoln, knows the white hair and the blonde.
Yeah.
And he really does stand out as being the grandpa who's full of energy. He likes to be outgoing. He doesn't let his age stop him from doing what he does.
I think he's kind of more into the B in my case.
Yeah. I would say that definitely is fair. That definitely is fair. I was debating whether it be A or B.
Yeah, I think it's better off in the B tier just because he's had some wholesome episodes here and there, but he's just like a small secondary character compared to Myrtle, for example. If we have Myrtle in this list, I swear to God, she's probably going to be like A to S tier, okay? After what happened to No Time No Spy, yeah. I am like...
Sorry, Albert, but your wife's going to rank higher than you.
All right, so we're agreeing it. Albert's going to B?
B.
All right, Albert's at B. All right. We have agreed to that. Well, how about Angus from the Loud House movie?
Angus really does stand out as such a father figure to Lincoln in the first Loud House movie, but because he's in the first Loud House movie and the first Loud House movie only, and then ended up being inferior to No Time to Spy, I'm going to say A.
You think A as well?
A- or B+.
I think because Albert is actually just a pretty wholesome guy himself. I was kind of really thinking... I was thinking like A- also. Yeah. Like it's weird because like I know that he's really a high level character, but like he only appeared once and it just sucks because like I would love to see more of Angus because he's such a great like character for the Louds, especially during that movie. Yeah, but David Tennant did a really good job with him.
Yeah, David Tennant is one of the best aspects of Angus, the character himself. David Tennant voices him in high flying colors.
So I'm going to put him in B, but like B+.
Yeah. Sadly, though, he's a Netflix own character, so we are not going to see him in Nickelodeon.
It sucks. It actually sucks. I really do hope that we get to see... oops. Oh my gosh. There we go. All right. So we put Angus in B+, like ahead of Albert, so that's something. Okay, how about Arturo? Was it Ronnie Ann and Bobby's dad?
Arturo, I'm going to be real with y'all. I low-key don't like him.
Oh.
I don't like Arturo.
Oh.
The reason I don't like Arturo is because where was Arturo during all these years when Ronnie Ann, Maria, and Bobby were living in Royal Woods? Where was that?
He was in Peru. Oh, you watched the episode? He was in Peru. Hello.
I know he was in Peru, but he was more like Arturo was more like the dad who kind of left his family in order to pursue his own thing.
And to answer your second question, by the way, he did move back into Great Lake City. So there was also that too.
And even after he moves to Great Lake City in such a forced way, look at Operation Dad, that ending was so forced, I do not like it. The thing with Arturo is that while he's had some decent moments in Casagrandes, he just stands out as being characters just being just there.
Okay.
There's not much to him that's really
There have been some
appealing.
episodes that he actually ended up doing pretty well. I mean, I think he's still a good dad. I mean, there was an episode like Alpaca Lives, for example, that made you...
Oh, dear Lord! No! Alpaca Lives was just like, okay, screw this character. Like, honestly, Maria should have beat his ass. Maria should have beat his ass for that. It's just like, yeah. No, I'm sorry. After Alpaca Lies, now I did get over, I did sort of forgive Arturo at one point because, at least he showed up for his daughter's birthday in the Casagrandes movie. But, then again, we have this mini Arturo figure who wants to be the better Arturo. So, yeah, all in all, while Arturo is presented to be a well-mannered, well-meaningful dad in some cases, there's something about Arturo that, I'm sorry, this is something that I can't help but get bad vibes from. So I'm sorry. I'm gonna go with C- to D+. Let's be generous.
Look, I mean, he's a great dad. He's helped Bobby and Ronnie Ann with so many things. Yes, he's not a standout character to say, but I must give some props out that he's the dad. But I give it a C. I would be the one person to give him a C.
Oh, yeah,
all right.
Sure.
So you're gonna be in the C as well.
I guess we could.
Okay, so we are going to put Arturo in C. So there he is. All right, next, let's talk about Becca Chang.
Yeah, Becca Chang. I'm going to say Becca Chang really does stand out as being a strong zookeeper and such a loving, dearing mother to Sid and Adelaide. She presents herself as this role model, especially with the way she treats animals and everything. So based on all that and more, I'm going to say Becca's more like the A tier or B tier.
Really? I feel like we need to get more when it comes to Becca. Like, she's a very awesome, like, zoologist person. She's voiced by Melissa Joan Hart, which I thought was also pretty sick. She does have a lot of, like, standout episodes, and I really hope, like, it sucks because the Casagrandes is done. And I wish we had more episodes of the Casagrandes to see more of, like, the Chang family. Even Stanley had better episodes than Becca, to be honest.
Yeah, look at the train episode.
The train episode wasn't bad. I actually like that Stanley episode. But no, I would give Becca probably a B.
B is for Becca.
Probably in between Angus and what was it, Albert?
That is fair. That is fair.
Oh, sorry. So we're gonna put Becca in between Angus and Albert here. All right. So that's our spot. Yes. By the way, that's what we're gonna put here. All right. Well, how about Becky?
Becky, I'm gonna say straight up C.
What? No. What? You don't like her that much?
Becky, there are times where I like her, amused by her, but there are times where I just straight up hate her.
Dude, I actually like Becky. I mean, like, she's not even a bully. She's just like, quote unquote, friend with Ronnie Ann.
Like, she's a wild child, and there were moments where I was amused by her. I will admit that, but there are some times where she could come off as quite a jerk for no given reason. Look at the episode that shall not be named. That's what really botched her down for me. If it weren't for that episode, I would consider B-.
I would consider her B. Like, I like Becky. I think she's actually like a standout character. It just stinks that, like, we don't get to see more of her. I remember there was that episode where she literally had a relationship with a girl named Payne. So Dodge, yeah.
Yeah, that was really sweet too, but it not even that LGBTQ plus representation.
Also, it just shows how crazy she is, and I'm like, I kind of like that kind of things about her. We don't ever see like crazy characters like her, okay?
not even Abby Trott can rank up Becky.
And even Abby Trott, she's also a great VA. Oh man, we're putting a lot of favors towards me actually putting Becky in B. So.
Yeah. Becky is the demon.
I just remember how crazy she was playing dodgeball to say. Yeah. But yeah, I'm putting Becky in B. I don't know why you would say C or B in this case.
I would say B- at the most.
I think it is B-. I think it will be probably behind Albert in this case. So are you okay with that?
Sure.
Behind Albert? All right. So we're gonna do this. Becky will be behind Albert. That is Becky there. All right. Now, how about Benny, Luann's boyfriend?
Now, Benny, his relationship with Luann is so sweet and wholesome and adorable, but I'm going to say B. He's a really likable and really nice boy, and I can see why Luann goes for him, but what we see for Benny is that he loves Luann, and he has a ventriloquist dummy like Luann does, and he works at a fried food place. There's not much to him, except he's just there to be like the nice boy.
I have to say this. Benny is absolutely sweet to Luann. There have been episodes where Benny has been wholesome. Like, I actually think he's a great boyfriend to Luann. I don't know what else to say. Like, he had an episode where he was like working in like was it Burp Burger, for example. He's trying to like impress Luann, but Luann is screwing up, that kind of thing. Yeah, and even like there have been some many amazing episodes with Luann and Benny, and I think like he deserves A- tier in my case.
Yeah, A- is I have no complaints there.
So you're saying A- too? So like right below Adelaide, I would imagine, right?
A-, yeah.
Okay. So we agree upon this. Benny is below Adelaide.
Yeah.
All right. How about let's go to the Morticians Club and actually talk about Boris.
That actually.
Sorry, not Boris. Bertrand. Sorry,
Bertrand. Yeah. Now Bertrand, aside from that one episode, there's not much to the character except that he's one of the he's the background Morticians Club characters, so there's not much to him.
It really stinks because he was the leader of the Morticians Club until Lucy and Haikyuu literally took over. I did remember that episode where he was on a boat, for example, and that one was actually a pretty nice episode. Although you're right, he is pretty much a background character, which kind of stinks because like I wish there was more about him, but no, that turned out to not be the case.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say he belongs in C.
He belongs in C. I think he belongs in C as well. I think better than Arturo in my case.
Much better than Arturo. Still better than Arturo.
Okay. So we're going to do this. Bertrand is in C tier. Yes. Right above Arturo. Okay, well, how about Bobby?
We got Bobby Boo Boo Bear. Let's go. Now, Bobby is what you call a dorkable goofball. And he may not be the brightest bulb in the Christmas tree. In fact, he has as much brains as Lenny does. But, however, it doesn't...
I think Bobby still is a little bit smarter than Lenny.
It doesn't stop him from being an enjoyable character who's got his goofy moments. Oh, not to mention, he can sing really good.
He's a really good singer. Plus, because Carlos Pena Vega. Come on, he's also well known as a singer if you know him from Big Time Rush, okay? So I actually agree with Bobby. He's just an awesome guy. I think he definitely deserves the A tier in my case.
Yes, A tier for sure.
Yeah. Look, he runs a business. He runs his grandpa's business now. Yeah. He turns out to be a really awesome businessman from the way I'm kind of looking at how it is right now. And he's also a great boyfriend to Lori. So I can't say much. And he's also really funny. Come on. I have to give my props out to it. Bobby's amazing.
I can see him in the future majoring in business in college, and then he's going to grow up to become a owner of the Mercado.
He will. Like, if the Casagrandes actually had more episodes.
Yeah. But hey, there'll be Casagrandes episodes under the Loud House title.
So we're putting Bobby in A, but like where in the A tier?
I'm going to say in between Adelaide and Benny. Yes, I said this. Adelaide over Bobby.
I think so. Yeah, I would agree with you too. I think Bobby should be in between Benny and Adelaide.
Don't add me.
Yeah, all right. Bobby goes to A. Let's talk about Boris, the one tall like guy from the Morticians Club.
Oh, yes. Boris.
Yeah, Boris.
Now, Boris is one of the more memorable characters in the Morticians Club. I would say the third most important besides Lucy and Haikyuu. But while Boris had some more amusing moments in comparison to the other Morticians Club, again, that's all there is to him. He's just, he's a Morticians Club member with some, few quirks here and there. I'm going to say this, it's in between B- and C+. He's definitely above Bertrand for sure.
Yeah, I think he's above Bertrand for sure, but like Boris is just a secondary character, literally in the background. He did have some moments in the Morticians Club. I remember Ghosted, for example. He was a cheerleader for Lori's college team, which I thought was like pretty funny. He has some moments. He even has a keyboard that always plays like spooky music. I remember saying that as well. I must say this though. I mean, he probably deserves the C+ range. So I would agree with you too. Would probably be right over Bertram. So in the C range in my case.
Yeah. Sorry, Bertram, but your boy Boris just ranked you.
All right. So we'll put Boris in C, and then we'll do the same thing over here. Now this is an odd one, but this person actually brought up the Loud House boys when they were boys. The Loud House when they were boys.
Yeah, from a Guilty Pleasure episode, one of the boys.
From one of the boys, yes. Okay, so I don't understand why they ended up actually bringing them here, but I don't think we could rank them, honestly.
Yeah. And also, they're pretty one-dimensional as well. Sure, they gave me a cosplay idea. It's thanks to this episode I cosplayed boy version of Lynn Loud, by the way. But other than that, though, there's not much to the Loud Boys other than, they're gross, smelly, they're bullies. They're pretty much, they're pretty much if, you put Lynn Loud in a DNA clone machine and gave them different shapes and shapeshifts, like they're pretty much the 10 Lynn Louds.
Okay, so I'm gonna actually start putting something new on this list and say irrelevant, because I don't know where to actually rank them, because like these are the Loud House boys, and to be honest, like I think they're great, but like this is just one episode in the Loud House that had them, and I'm like, we're not gonna see them again, unfortunately, because I really do want more of the Rule 34. Oh, sorry, yeah.
Not
Rule 63. Rule 63. Why am I saying porn now? Sorry. Rule 63 characters. You're
getting canceled, bro.
No, I'm sorry. Wrong rule.
The best way I can describe it is gender bent version, like the gender bent Loud House.
Yeah, I would say so too. So I'm gonna do this at a row below, and I would say
with Linka and these boys. Yeah, I actually want to see that universe take place.
I would wanted to see it happen, but they didn't do it, unfortunately. So.
Yeah, we still have yet to have even the comics portray the alternate universe in which Linka is a girl and with 10 brothers.
So I'll actually put this down. Put down unknown. I'll put this in unknown range, because we can't really put a rank when it comes to the Loud House boys, so we'll do that.
Yeah, unknown. Not much to say here.
All right, next up, let's actually bring up the bullies from that bus episode.
The bullies on the bus episode. These three don't stand out to me because, well,
to be fair, they did have other episodes come up too. Remember when Zach was in detention, and then those three came up again?
I do remember that, but aside from that, they don't appear much, and there's not much to them other than the fact that for the most part, they've been just the bullies.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we already have a bully character, and he sucks too.
Yeah. But I mean, if anything, these actually are true bullies. They are bullies of high school. I could see from the one bus episode, like they were bullied, and then you could see Lincoln just continue to stand up in front of them. Yeah. The Taylor girl, like everybody's liking her now. Man, I must say, I do have to rank them. Because they did have future episodes that came up where they were helping Zach out to become like cool or something. I give them C. I think I might give them C, like C- range.
All right, go ahead.
So where would you rank it?
I'm gonna rank them in D.
So you would rank them in D. You know what? Yeah. But I mean, there are some characters that actually are lovable. The Taylor girl, for example. So I don't know.
The reason the Taylor girl is so popular is because you see like fan artists drawing Taylor like so quick. Like for some reason it's they look at the character and they want to draw fan art of Taylor. So I don't know what is it about Taylor other than the character design that makes him want to draw her or anything.
Yeah. Let me move this. There we go. So we'll put him in D. Actually, well, I'll agree with you. We'll put him in D.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's put that there. All right, next up, how about Carl Casagrande?
Okay.
Remember, we have some Carl fans in our audience, by the way. So if you're gonna piss them off, you will piss them off here.
Okay. Now, I'm not gonna argue that Carl Casagrande is a one of the more well-known Casagrande's characters, and for good reason. Carl Casagrande really does stand out with he's got some funny shenanigans, and then of course he's got his get quick rich schemes that end up backfiring for the most part, and he kind of serves as a male Lola in the show. But I'm gonna be real with you though. If you take the good, if you take the bad, because let's be honest, I've been pretty miffed, pretty annoyed that we're getting Carl episode after Carl.
Oh my god! Oh my god! No, come on!
I'm sorry. Based on this aspect, I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna say, not quite S, but I'm gonna say A- to B+. A- to B+.
Oh, okay. So we're going A here. All right. I was going to say A. I was going to say A for Carl. I think he's still like, he's a scheming kid. He loves to get money. But that's a kid. That's who Carl is. And there's been some episodes where he has been wholesome. He's been fun to watch, that kind of thing. But I can't hate on Carl. Like, he's just a great guy. And I feel like he's definitely in the A tier.
Yeah. Which is fair. Like I said before, Carl's not a hateable character by any means. I do enjoy Carl quite a bit, but there are some episodes of his where it can get very repetitive. It follows the same basic Carl Casagrande formula. It's like he builds a quick rich scheme, it backfires, he makes these blah blah.
But he does have other things besides the quick rich scheme stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and those episodes don't get appear quite don't get featured quite often as opposed to the typical ones, unfortunately. But there are some episodes where he does stand out, and that is where he solves mystery.
So we'll put Carl in C, but do you think he's kind of like behind Benny, behind Bobby? What do you think?
I'm gonna say he's in between Bobby and Benny.
Because at least Bobby and Benny, okay.
Because Carl does have some personality in comparison to Benny.
Yeah, and we do see you. We did put him in a good rank. Okay,
you can calm down now. You can calm down unless you're gonna rage chat. Oh, we didn't put him in S tier. I'm just like, those are opinions, buddy.
Okay, so Carl is right behind Bobby, so we'll put that there. There we go. All right, next. How about Carlito?
Carlito's. Now, much like Lily, he kind of serves as the baby of the Casagrandes. He serves as the copycat of the Casagrandes ensemble, but that's what Carlitos doesn't really stand out as much as at least not as much as Lily does in the Loud House. Carlitos is really cute and adorable, though. He has his moments. I'm gonna say B.
Yeah, he's just a little baby, and he has some moments here and there where he thought, he's adorable. He's trying to be like Lily Loud to say, but he's a guy. I think for Carlito, he definitely does deserve that B range to say.
Sure.
Where would you put him in B though? That's the thing.
In terms of B, I would put Carlitos in between Albert and Becky.
Albert and Becky. You know what? I might agree upon that too. Actually,
yeah.
I think he does deserve that.
That's only.
I was thinking behind Becca. Oh, you talking about? Wait. You said in between.
Albert and Becky.
Sorry, Albert and Becky. I said Becca. I'm like, wait a minute. Becca's better. Yes.
Becky with a Y. I was talking Becky with a Y.
I was looking at Becky. I'm like, Becky's kind of better than Carlitos, maybe.
I don't think so.
But I love Becky.
There are some moments where Becky pisses me off, but at the same time, there are some moments I do like Becky. In the episode For the Record, for example.
Fine, we'll keep it like that then.
For the Record, for example, I did like Becky at that.
Becky had some amazing episodes. I just feel like she could be a little bit higher, but again, we're putting it this way. How about Carlos?
Oh, yes, Carlos, voiced by Rocco himself.
Yes.
Yeah, now that alone is a bonus plus points for him, but yeah, Carlos really does. Now, Carlos is pretty much the book knowledge nerd. He's the know-it-all. He likes to spew out trivia. Which sometimes it can be a big rating. We get annoyed as much as his family does, but then there are times where he really does stand out as quite amusing. Oh, and also let's not forget Carlos X.
Yeah, Carlos. God damn it! I remember that episode with Tony Hawk. God damn.
Yeah, and it shows that while Carlos may be a know-it-all, there's actually more to him than he seems. Like, he really loves skateboarding.
Yeah, I'm just seeing that he's just a know-it-all person. He always helps to spit facts here and there. I just remember that one Casagrandes movie where he actually turned out to be ripped, and that freaked me the fuck out.
How does he do it? What kind of gym does Carlos go to?
No, he's just not a smart all. He's actually a ripped person. I was just like, this had to come in the last movie of the Casagrandes.
What kind of gym does Carlos go to?
I don't know. That was just so out of nowhere that he ends up being ripped. I think that's the one moment that's pretty much ingrained in my brain about Carlos now.
Carlos been taking one too many.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
No, just kidding.
Okay. I feel like he's definitely a B character in me.
I would say B, yeah.
Okay, but where would you put him in the B range?
I'm gonna say, I know this is gonna sound controversial, but I would actually put him in between Becca and Albert. Yes. I do prefer Becca over Carlos.
I think, yeah, you know what? I might put it there as well. Okay, so yeah, let's do that. We'll put Carlos in between Becca and Albert. That is where we're putting Carlos. All right, next up, how about CJ?
CJ is so wholesome. CJ is so sweet. CJ is a great representation of those with Down syndrome. And for this reason, I'm actually going to put him in the A tier already.
Yeah, I have a feeling he's in A, but I feel like A minus in my case. Probably behind Benny in my case.
Really? Because I'm going to say this now. CJ is actually my favorite. He is
wholesome. He is wholesome. He is sweet and stuff. I just feel like there's some other characters that stand out a little bit more to me. I mean, no hate towards like people with Down syndrome, but I really put him in a very high tier. I think like he deserves the A range, but I feel like right behind Benny in my case.
That's fair, but in terms of where I would rank CJ personally, I would say in between Bobby and Carl.
Really?
Yes, CJ over Carl. Don't at me.
Even better than Carl.
Better than Carl. Don't at me. Okay.
I don't know about this.
Like CJ is my favorite of the Casagrande's cousins.
No, I'm gonna put him. Oh no. If we're gonna do that, we're gonna put him behind Carl. I feel like it would be behind Carl.
Are you sure about that?
I did say he does go behind Benny in my case for CJ. So, we're kind of in a stalemate here for the A range.
We're kind of a stalemate, yeah. I would say, you know what, to be fair, in all fairness, because this is our list, we conducted together, go ahead and put him in Carl.
We'll put him behind Carl, all right?
We'll put him behind Carl.
I think he deserves behind Carl in this case.
I respectfully disagree. I
mean, you probably would, but yes. All right, sure. CJ is right behind Carl. That's where we're putting him.
Yeah.
Next up, Carlota Casagrande.
Yes, Carlota Casagrande. She may appear at first to be that stereotypical girl who is on the
influencer, you influencer type girl. Yes,
that's what she was at first, like the social media influencer. But then there's more to her than just that. We learned that Carlota is actually more well developed, more dimensional. She even plays basketball.
Yeah, I didn't expect that out of her.
She's going to be a Valkyrie. Just watch. She's a Valkyrie.
Okay, don't stop representing your team here, Omid.
I would say she's going to be a WNBA player. But yeah, Carlota has some amusing moments, and Carlota has some really sweet moments, especially when she serves as sort of like the big prima to Ronnie Ann.
I mean, there was that one episode where Carlota and Lenny had that episode. Team Carlenny for life now. But no, I mean, like, I get it. Like, before, when we first saw her in the Casagrande, she was just an influencer type kind of girl, kind of eh. But then, when you see more Carlota episodes, she's getting better and better ever since. There's that one special, Operation Popstar, that stands out to me. That's the most recognizable episode for Carlota, as she helped a pop star get back to life instead of having her be lazy. I think that really was the best episode for Carlota. And there's just so much about her that I love about her. Like, her and Lenny are definitely our duo team-up kind of, like, group. There's just so many things about Carlota that make me, like her. She's not one of those influencers that are, like, going to be all about the fans. No, she is all about the fans, but at the same time, she knows how to be wholesome to her family as well. And I think that makes her stand out of the rest of the influencers that are in currently animated cartoons, to say. So I'm putting her S. Absolutely S tier right now.
S tier? I would honestly put Carlota in the A tier right alongside her cousins.
Really? I feel like she stands out more than than Carl and CJ to me.
I feel more like Carlota is definitely... I would rank Carlota in between... CJ, Carlota, Carl, Carlitos.
Wait, what? What?
It's how I rank the Casagrande cousins.
Okay, well, if we're going to put her in A, I feel like she's better than Adelaide to me.
She's better than Adelaide?
I feel like she's better than Adelaide.
I respectfully disagree, but I respect your opinion.
Where you want to put Carlota?
Not S, but somewhere in A tier.
I think she's S. She definitely is a better, like, one of the better, like, cousins.
I mean, A plus in most. A plus in most,
okay, A plus. Then I have to say she's better than Adelaide.
I guess.
Okay,
sure,
yeah, we're going to do that. So, yes, because Omi doesn't want to put her in S tier.
She's great, but not that great.
I think she's definitely huge. She's maybe S minus for sure. I think she deserves in the S tier for me.
A plus in most. A plus in most.
Okay. Oh, you had to ruin the whole Carlota vibe. What the heck? Okay, fine. How about Casey from the Casagrandes?
Casey's cool and everything, but he's more of a background character of Ronnie Ann's gang. Like, aside from the one episode where he and his father run a food truck business, he doesn't stand out all that much as a character. Even Samir stands out more than Casey because of the For the Record episode. So I'm going to say Casey, I'm going to say B minus to C plus.
Oh, man, this is a tough one for me, too. I think Casey definitely should be C plus range. I mean, there's supposed to be, like, more episodes about Casey that I hope there was more in the Casagrandes, but they didn't really put him that much. Even Samir, I think, is a much better character than Casey to me. He's just a person who's literally just skateboarding out there and there. But he's so supportive to Ronnie Ann and all of his friends as well. So I gotta give him in the C tier.
Sure.
Like C plus probably, like over Boris and Bertrand.
C is for Casey. That's good enough for me.
So you like that one? Okay. We'll put him in C. All right.
C is for Casey. That's good enough for me.
All right. Oh, this is going to be a fun one. How about Chandler? How about Chandler? Wow.
Good news, Chandler. You've taken F to a whole new level. I'm gonna give you a super F.
Okay, all right. I mean, you could just pretty much put down how much hate you have for him.
Oh my god, Chandler is so irritating. Chandler is okay. Now, bully characters can be written well, don't get me wrong. It's not just the fact that, oh, Chandler's mean to Lincoln, that's why I put him F. No. The problem with Chandler is that he's such a one-dimensional bully. He doesn't have a backstory. We don't know how he became this way, whether it be through his bad family life or anything like that. And to top it all off, he's not even funny in the slightest. He's not even aware that he's this bully. He's just there just to be a jerk to Lincoln. He's just there to be the antagonist to Lincoln and nothing else. It's not like, say, Nelson Muntz from The Simpsons, where at least there, he's aware that he's this bully stereotype. He has fun with it. That's why Nelson is an enjoyable character. Chandler is not.
I am not actually. I actually would be agreeing with Omi because I'll put him in F as well. There have been so many opportunities for Chandler to actually improve himself, and there was that episode where Chandler actually was a part of the Action News crew, and that ruined him actually even more. So he was supposed to be part of the news crew, and then he screwed up, and then even the news crew people hate him too. So I think he deserves the F range for sure.
F tier, F tier, super F tier, super F tier. We hate Chandler. All my homies hate Chandler.
Fine. We'll go with Chandler with the F here. Okay, fine. He's the worst character there. All right, how about Chunk? Luna's, roadie.
Yeah, now we're getting to an actual likable character. Chunk, I really like Chunk as a whole. Not just because he's Luna's roadie, but because he has this cool air to him. Like, he really is a down-to-earth kind of character that serves as a big brother to Luna, in a sense. And one episode that really stands out to me is my favorite episode, The Loud House by far, Roadie to Nowhere, where we learned that Chunk actually plays in, smaller gigs because he just loves doing what he loves to do. And so, for all those reasons and more, I'm going to say Chunk is in the A tier.
Yeah, I got to say this for Chunk. Yeah, does he even deserve the A tier? I don't know about that.
I would say this, he's the best John DiMaggio voice character in the series. Best John DiMaggio.
Definitely one of the best roadies out there. He has been supportive. I can totally see how he has been so supportive with Luna. I remember Roadie to Nowhere, for example. He ended up helping. You get to see how he is a roadie at the same time. He also does have a band. And oh god, I mean, it's hard to actually pick a grade for him. I think he's B in my case.
I would say I put him in A. So if we combine A and B,
I think we could put him B plus probably.
A minus.
A minus. A.
Oh, I put him C for it.
Fine. Under Benny in my case. Under
Benny?
Yeah, I think under Benny.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I feel like Benny's a much better character.
Beggars can't be choosers, I guess.
So you agree with me? Under Benny.
I would put him over.
He's
Benny,
still in the A tier. Still in the A tier. Okay, sure. Yeah, so I'm just saying. So we're putting Benny on the. Sorry. This mouse is not working either. Yeah. We're putting Chunk right under the Benny here. All right, let's get to this poll here. All right, how about Clyde McBride? Lincoln's best friend.
Lincoln's best friend. Clinton McCloud is real. Now, Clyde, for the most part, has been a very supportive friend towards Lincoln. We do see him engage in Lincoln's adventures and all that, and he's the very first person that Lincoln can count on whenever he's in trouble. But the thing is, though, is that there's this running gag that got old really fast, and that was his crush on Lori, which was...
Well, that was gone. To be fair, that whole thing about him, crushing on Lori is gone now.
That whole thing of him crushing on Lori is gone, but even though it lasted in the span of 2 to 3 seasons, it still kind of boshed down Clyde for me just a little bit.
What?
So I'm going to say not quite S tier, but I could see Clyde within the A range at least.
I kind of feel for Clyde McBride that he should probably be A tier.
A tier, yeah. So we both agree.
We both agree that's definitely going to be A tier. I thought the way you kind of said it, you're thinking B tier in this case.
Yeah, no. If I were B tier, the Clinton McCloud fans would be lynching me. So
let's say Clyde McBride in A, but where in A?
Now in terms of Clyde, I'm gonna say in between CJ and Benny. In between CJ and Benny.
CJ and Benny? I feel like he's a better character than that. Maybe better than Carl, I would say.
Arguably better than Carl.
Yeah, arguably better than Carl. I think he's better than Carl. He definitely is in the A range. I think he's better than Carl. I think he should be probably below Adelaide in my case.
Below Adelaide. That I cannot argue with one.
Okay, so we're gonna do that. All right, cool. So Clyde McBride will be right below Adelaide.
But above Bobby, I'm not sure. But...
I mean, Clyde. Look, I cannot hate Clyde. Clyde is awesome. So I gotta do that. There we go. Oh no.
No one's hating Clyde. I mean, look where he.
I mean, no. I mean, we're putting him in A, but I mean, like Clyde definitely should be around that SA range, definitely. But I just feel like he's just more suitable in the A range there.
Yeah.
How about Corey, Mr. Nakamura's son?
Corey is more of a background character.
Yeah, he's a background character, and I'm kind of wondering why he was on this list. Something tells me like this person who made this list just said, okay, he might be a suitable character too, but he didn't do much in the show.
He didn't do much.
So I feel like we should I feel like we should put him in the unknown also.
Unknown, yeah. I think it's best.
Yeah, so he's unknown. Sorry, Corey. I don't know if you guys know Corey that much, but he didn't really have much hype in the episodes. What I'm surprised about, we don't have an S tier character yet.
Yeah.
I'm wondering why we're just keeping our characters A here, sir.
Who could be our first S tier character? Character?
Let's find out. Just say Luna, man. Come on, just can't just keep on going. Just dragging it on until Luna comes up.
Oh no, there's actually another character that comes to mind. I'll save that for later.
Okay. How about Cricket Van Doren from that one episode where Lola's like pageant friend to say?
Yeah, so with Cricket, by the way, not the Bingo Bango one.
Oh my
We're
gosh.
talking about the French Cricket. We're talking about the pageant Cricket. Now, Cricket really does stand out as being this wonderful French pageant girl who serves as Lola's best friend. And from the role she's been given, though very little, she actually, from the way she knows about French culture to her French accent, that makes you want to learn French yourself. I'm going to say Cricket really is a lovable character, but the thing is, she doesn't get enough screen time.
She doesn't have enough screen time, and that's the one that kind of factors in. I feel like she's currently in C in my case. Yeah. Because like the only time that happened that Cricket had an episode was when, you know, Lola needed a new best friend and Cricket was there. They were going to be good best friends together, and of course Lola blew it up in that episode too. Yeah. But no, I mean Cricket looks like she's sweet. It feels like she's going to be Lola's friend for a very long time. They're going to be pageant queens together. I have a feeling there will be more Cricket episodes if anything, but currently we don't have much of her, so I say C in this case.
Pageant BFFs. C is for Cricket.
So C for Cricket, but where would you put Cricket in this list?
Above Casey.
Above Casey? Oh, really?
Above Casey.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go with you too. I'm gonna go ahead and agree with you too. And put Cricket at C.
Yes, let's go. Bingo Bango. Wait, wrong Cricket.
Okay, well, how about Dante from the Morticians Club?
Dante is even more of a background character than Bertram is, believe it or not.
No, I think he's more notable because, like, Boris is the one that like stands out because he's tall. But I think Dante has more of a recognition compared to the other two, like Boris and Bertram.
I feel like Boris is better than Bertrand, but Bertrand's still better than Boris is still better than Dante, but Dante's still better than Bertrand.
I think Dante deserves a B- range in my case. Have you seen like some of the parts that happened in his episodes? There have been some funny moments. There was that episode where like he was hiding something because nobody else wants to.
The ice cream.
Right? Yeah, the ice cream one. That was one of his episodes, and he stands out to me. He's not like, you know, the Morticians Club where they're all dark and gloomy. It just feels like he's like that one guy that's a part of the Morticians Club that wants to fit in, but he himself has like a sweet side to say.
It was fun to see, but the problem is that we need to see this side more often. It's a side we only see once.
I feel like B- range, definitely below Becky in my case.
Yeah, sure.
So you agree with me too?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, we're gonna put Dante right below Becky, so that's where we're gonna put him. Oh, the next one's gonna be adorable. What about Darcy? Darcy,
yes!
Lisa's best friend.
Lisa's BFF. Let's go. Darcy, we've been begging for more Darcy ever since Friend or Foe, and it's not until much later that we actually got Darcy. It's like, finally, what took you so long? So I'm gonna say this. Darcy is a nice foil to Lisa Loud, whereas Lisa Loud is, of course, the more serious, intelligent being. Yeah. Darcy is, well, naturally a kid.
Yeah, she's naturally a kid. She's an adorable kid. Have you seen all of her episodes? She's been so sweet. Even the freaking new Halloween episode that they had. Close Encounters of the Nerd Card. Look at Darcy. She's so adorable. She's a pirate. My God. I cannot hate Darcy. She's just adorable. She's a cute little kid. She's been such a great friend to Lisa. I mean, I have to say, this might be my first S tier character, actually.
The problem is that I would agree with you, but we don't see much of her. We want to see more of her. So
I know there will be more of her, but at the moment, she currently has like episodes that are going to be coming up that has Darcy, or at least episodes with Darcy in it.
as much as I love Darcy, I'm gonna say A+.
A+. So even higher than Carlota? Is that what you're saying?
Even higher than Carlota.
Even higher than Carlota. That's what I'm saying. Why not S tier? Why not S tier? I think she's like S-.
Which is fair. I can see why some people might say that. I'm just saying we need to see more. We need to see more Darcy, more fleshed out, more than just Lisa's BFF, more than just this sweet adorable thing. We want to see a full-on Darcy episode. Period. By that end, I will say yes, S tier.
Yes, let's bring her S tier. Let's get our first ever character on the S tier, and I think Darcy definitely deserves it. So yes, I think she is.
How can I argue with that? She's precious. How can I argue with that?
You not argue with that. Darcy is definitely S. Come on, guy. Come on, man. Oh, we got a new one here in the lineup. Why not?
Yes,
Fifi.
Fifi.
Why not Fifi from No Time to Spy?
S tier, and no, it's not just.
Whoa, you're putting her S tier already? No. Wait a minute. What?
No, it's not just because she's voiced by Amy Sedaris. It's actually more to Fifi than Missy I. She's actually much more brilliant than you think. So the reason why I put Fifi there is because she does such an incredible job in masquerading herself, disguising herself as the typical, well-meaning, sweet but kind of annoying, stranger to Lincoln. But then her true nature comes in the second half of the movie, where she's revealed to be the villain, and she reveals that she's been setting up all this. She knows the Louds. She's been studying them, and she's been planning this all along herself. It's that's brilliant. That's intelligent.
I don't know about Fifi, but I feel like she's more of an A-tier character. She definitely is one of the better villains in the Loud House. I mean, she definitely did a great job in No Time to Spy. Oh my god, the big surprise out of nowhere where she was the villain. That absolutely, my mind was blown for sure. When I heard that, I was like, what the fuck? Holy crap.
And that's what makes the character work.
It does make it work, but I'm I don't think he deserves S tier. I feel like A+ tier. Maybe in that big range where Carlota and Adelaide are.
Here's the thing: on top of being a plot twist villain, she also has a sympathetic backstory as to why she does what she does.
I know, but
her husband got blasted away. She was revenged.
It's weird that you want to put her in S tier, but I'm S tier where? Right above Darcy in this case?
I'm sorry, Darcy. I love you, but I'm gonna have to say S.
You really are putting Fifi in S.
I'm putting Fifi in S because the villain herself is very well executed. She's great.
It's a great. Yeah, I get it. It's a great villain. She's better than Morag. That's for sure. But I just feel like she definitely deserves A. I can't hate Darcy. You like her there.
Nobody hates Darcy. Nobody hates Darcy. Come on.
This is tough, man. This is tough because Fifi definitely is a great villain, but I don't know, man. Should we put her S? Are we gonna put her S, guys? I don't know. You want to put her S, guys? I don't know.
Yes, put her S.
What are you doing?
Yes. Fifi S tier. Let's go.
Okay, fine. We'll do it. We'll put her in S tier above. I find it funny that she's S tier, literally the first S tier above a kid. Wow. This is not fun. I don't like that. I'm not a fan of this. I am not a fan of this. Oh my gosh. Damn. Okay, how about Fiona?
Fiona serves as Lenny's BFF. Her and Miguel both. Fiona doesn't stand out as much as Miguel does, but Fiona stands out as a pretty likable character herself. She's there to support Lenny. She's there to have fun with Lenny Miguel, and she does serviceably well in her job. I'm gonna say B tier.
Yeah, I'm kind of really thinking about it because Fiona doesn't have much of a role. I know that she's just a big supporting, friend, coworker to Lenny. She's also one of her BFFs. And no, she actually does stand out to me as one of her good friends. And maybe you're right. I might just put her in B as well. Maybe ooh, that's tough where I gotta put her. I think above Carlos and right behind Becca.
Right above Carlos and. Right above Carlos.
Right above Carlos.
And behind
Becca.
Albert, right?
Becca.
Okay, so in between Becca and Carlos. Okay,
yes.
Sure, we can.
Okay, you're agreeing with that. Okay. So we're putting Fiona right over here, guys. B tier right over here. All right, perfect. Oh, the next person is going to be fun. How about Flip?
D-, and that's being generous. D-.
I thought you were going straight to F for Flip. Oh, get it? F for Flip, right, guys?
Now, there are two main reasons as to why I didn't put him in F. One is, I will admit, he is voiced tremendously by John DiMaggio. John DiMaggio does have fun with the role, And also, number 2 is that there are some noticeable, decent moments with Flip, which is more I could say for Chandler. Like, he does serve his purpose in Loudest Thanksgiving, and also this is one episode in which Nacho moves out trying to make a career of himself, and Flip misses Nacho. That was somewhat wholesome, I'll admit. But no, other than that, Flip is a straight-up gross-out machine.
Yeah.
And Flip doesn't contribute to much other than to make the Louds, situations worse. So, yeah, I'm going to say this right now. Flip is D-. That's be generous.
Yeah, I was kind of funny. I thought you were going to go straight to F. And if he was going to be F, he definitely is going to be bigger than... He's going to be greater than Chandler for sure.
I was tempted to put him in F, but in front of Chandler. But given the reasons I just described, I can't help but say, okay, you know what? I'm going to be super, 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 super generous.
Fine. We'll put him in D, but I think he's better than the bullies.
I kind of have to semi-disagree.
What?
Like, it's so debatable. It's debatable.
I think it's debatable, but the thing is, like, Flip has been in the Loud House for so long. He's been in, like, everything. He's even in No Time to Spy, which was notable, too, because apparently he had a lot of relatives. So I feel like Flip definitely does need some recognition. Like, he could be dumb, silly, and disgusting, but there has been some episodes where Flip has, stood out in the spotlight. That's why I'm giving him a D+ in my case. Right. So I'm giving Flip right over the bullies.
All right. Yeah, it's a fair argument. Like, the bullies don't really appear much, so I'll give it that.
All right, so we're going to put Flip in D. So how about... what's her name again?
Frida.
Yeah, I forgot.
The crying machine, Frida.
Yeah, I like her, by the way.
Yeah, she really is. She really is one of the top best Casagrandes, family members ever. Frida is pretty much so vulnerable. She's so emotionally vulnerable, and that's why we love her. Because her crying scenes, especially stand out as some of the most creative. You see a flood of tears coming out. Mm-hmm. And then you see this episode where you that stands out makes her stand as a really strong character. And that's in the episode where this art critic really, hates her work, but then Frida doesn't let it get to her or anything. So I think that the fact that Frida has a thick skin is what makes me respect Frida all the more.
Okay, so Frida, I must say, she definitely is an artist. That's one thing. She's definitely a drama girl because she always cries all the time, and I think that kind of stands out for her as like one of the best mom moments about her. I have to say maybe A. I think she definitely deserves an A tier in my case.
I'm saying A+.
Oh, so you're putting an A+.
Yeah.
I must say, I would agree with you too. I think she definitely would be in the A+ tier as well. I feel like over Clyde in my case.
Over Clyde, yes.
Over Clyde. Okay, we're going to agree with that, by the way. So Frida is going to be over Clyde McBride, right behind Adelaide.
I would have said above Carlotta, but I do respect your decision.
All right, let's do that. All right, well, what about Gavin?
Gavin, okay, now, the way he started an episode, like his first appearance, oh my God, it left a really bad taste in my mouth. My God.
Because
he was really creepy. He was really creepy towards Lenny.
Towards Lenny, yes, and it's kind of weird how Lenny and Gavin ended up becoming together in this case, but
like you went with the cliche, standing outside and turning on the boombox radio. It's just like, who does that anymore?
That's back in the 90s, man. Everybody does that. I've seen movies like that before.
And the Gavin, you see Gavin trying to make moves on Lenny, but then Lenny, while she does like him bad, she doesn't want to betray Miguel, so she tries to steer from him.
Yeah.
But my God, Gavin, there is a word called no. Learn how to take it for an answer.
It was kind of crazy. Yeah, you're right. He is kind of creepy when the first impressions happened when it came to Gavin. The fact that he was just creeping on Lenny. At the same time, Lenny was trying to avoid him. But then, dude, even in the middle of the episode where Lenny said he is kind of sweet, I'm like, oh, here we go.
But then Force of Habits came. And Force of Habits made me slightly warm up to Gavin just a little bit, but not by much. I still think Gavin is not a good character by any means. But I will say that he is much better in that episode than he was in the first episode. So I am going to say that Gavin, with all things considered, I'm going to put him in D+.
Whoa, that's really low.
D+.
Why low? That's terrible. Oh.
Like I said,
no.
Force of Habits doesn't redeem his first episode quite a bit. But
that is way too low to me. I feel like he's definitely B. Like, in the... Definitely B- range, probably over... Definitely over Becky. I was thinking for Gavin.
Another thing too is that Gavin doesn't stand out much in the way of being a boyfriend, other than both being Lenny's boyfriend. I mean, like, it's a similar issue I had with Benny, but the thing is, at least with Benny, he's much more lovable, and he isn't a creep. So, yeah.
No, I think in my case, well, since we're kind of in an impasse, you're in a D range for Gavin. I'm a B range for Gavin. We're going to put him in C now.
We'll put him in C, yeah.
But where in C now? I think over Cricket. I
would say, yes, don't you dare put Gavin over Cricket, okay?
So Gavin will be over Cricket.
So in between Cricket and KC. I personally would have...
What?
I personally would have ranked him much, much lower, but you know what? I'll be generous
here. Fine. We'll put him there. I mean, I do have a heart for Cricket, but we need more episodes. Gavin has more episodes than Cricket.
If I had my way, he would have been in between Bertram and Arturo.
Either way, we've already put it there. Gavin C. I don't get your fact about Gavin. Come on.
And plus, Scott Denny for life. Come on.
I know, but Scott is gone. I don't even know.
Scott is gone.
I don't even know Scott is on the list. I actually don't know if
Scott had more chemistry with Lenny than she ever did with Gavin.
Yeah, I know, but it was kind of odd that I don't know if Scott's in the list, by the way, because we're still going through all the letters right now. So yeah, I really hope he is, so we could actually put him in a higher list. Anyways, how about Nana Gale?
Nana Gale stands out as being a sweet, loving grandmother to Clyde. And, of course, we see some badass moments from her, like when she helped with, Lincoln and Clyde's action mystery aspect. And, by that point, Nana Gale has turned out to be quite awesome, actually.
I think I would probably put her, she's a great Nana to Clyde, that's for sure. She's been so supportive with Clyde, and there's just been some episodes where Myrtle and Gale actually had good moments there.
Yeah.
I feel like she's a C character in my case.
Yeah, C character. If we had more episodes with Nana Gale, I would have ranked her higher. But as it is, I think C would be.
I think
most
C
suitable.
Right above the Morticians Club guys. So also Boris and Bertrand.
Sure.
So so we're gonna do that. Nana Gale will be right over here. Is that right? You like it like that?
I'm okay with it.
All right. Okay, why not? How about Girl Jordan?
Yes.
How about Girl Jordan?
Girl Jordan, the background character that we need more of. We haven't seen plenty of Girl Jordan yet. You can't help but notice that we don't get enough of Girl Jordan.
We have a lot. We have a lot. What are you talking about? Girl Jordan has a lot of roles here now.
Aside from the episode Frame on You, in which she played a big role in,
yes,
for the most part she stands out as a pretty background character. But Girl Jordan is really lovable as she is.
Yeah, I mean, she's been through so many changes. She had that change design where she now turns out to be having that yellow shirt and the ponytail, which I thought was actually really cute. There's that party episode, remember, Past Your Bedtime, for example. That was a good episode. Frame on You definitely was a big striking point for Girl Jordan, and I feel like that definitely was the episode that stands out for me when it comes to her. I thought she's just a background character who loves dodgeball, but no, I mean, I think Girl Jordan definitely deserves her praise. She becomes maybe one of the best favorite secondary characters out there for the Loud House, and I feel like she's definitely A tier in my case.
I'm gonna say more of a B tier, but I will respect her.
B tier, okay. So we're kind of in that A- B+ range in this case.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna put Girl Jordan in B tier, I would say over Angus.
Over Angus, really?
Yeah.
I personally put it just a bit below Angus.
Really?
But I definitely don't mind. It doesn't matter. I would say slightly above Angus.
Because would you really put Girl Jordan over Chunk? Because Girl Jordan definitely I feel like is better over Chunk and Benny in my case.
Oh no, I'd say Chunk is still better than Girl Jordan, but just a Girl Jordan over Angus, it's sort of debatable. I personally put Angus over Girl Jordan, but you know what? We'll pretty much put in Girl Jordan over Angus. But slightly
all right,
better.
So that's what we're gonna do. Girl Jordan is definitely. Oops.
Sorry, David Tennant, we love you, but you just.
David Tennant, he's still in the A tier list, so put it there. All right, how about Grant? Again, another character that's literally on the side. He works for Lynn's table. That's great. There wasn't really much things to bring up when it comes to him. He's just a worker.
Aside from the fact that he's named after an iconic loud voice actor, Grant Palmer.
Yeah.
Not much stands out to him.
Yeah,
he's just a worker at Lynn's table.
Yeah, I have a feeling we'll just put him in the unknown in this case.
Unknown,
do you think so? Okay, we'll put him in unknown. Sorry for those who
Into the unknown!
Oh, are we doing...
Into the unknown!
Okay, Frozen first. Alright, we'll do that. Oh, this is cool. Haikyuu! Okay.
Haikyuu.
Alright, you putting it up there. What are your thoughts on Haikyuu? Where would you put her?
A tier.
Yeah, I would say too. A tier as well.
A tier, Haikyuu serves as Lucy's best friend, and she has moments where she stands on her own, like when she runs to be a club president, and she's definitely one of the most, outside from Lucy Loud, of course, herself. Haikyuu is the most fleshed out Morticia's club member.
Okay, yeah, I must say Haikyuu definitely deserves the A praise. She did a whole lot better after we first saw her in the first season of the Loud House. And yeah, I think she just deserves her. She definitely deserves a praise after much more like episodes of the Morticians Club. I think she definitely deserves the A praise. Yeah. But like in my case, where would you put her in A?
I would put Haikyuu personally in between. I would say personally, I put her in between CJ and Benny. CJ and Benny.
Whoa, that far? CJ and Benny. Okay, yeah, you know what? I'll agree about that too. We'll put Haikyuu right over here. That's what Omid said, and I must say that too. Look, she's in the A tier, so I'm okay with this.
For all the issues I have with Carl Casagrande himself, he does at least have more prominent screen time.
All right, how about Howard? One of Clyde's dads.
Howard is A tier.
Okay.
Both because of the LGBT representation and what he's like as a character. He's very overprotective of Clyde McBride, just like his husband Harold is. But Howard, like just like his husband Howard. Harold, yeah. Harold tends to be overprotective of Clyde, but he has good intentions in doing so, and he does have some. He does have some moments that really do stand out as a father. So I would say A tier.
A tier. Okay, yeah, I would say A tier as well, but I have a feeling it's more towards the A- range. Yes, he's very overprotective with Clyde. Nothing really much stands out for him, but just being overprotective. That's it. Mm-hmm. And he's also has a great loving relationship with Howard. So I say A- tier, probably like right behind Chunk.
I would have put him. Yeah, sure, it's good.
Okay, we'll do that. Okay, right behind Chunk, that will be Harold. I'm getting Howard and Harold like. All right. Well, how about Hector?
Hector. Now he is he's the abuelo who is the typical fat old man who likes to eat, likes to gossip, and and not to mention. Hector's got this great voice. This voice, amigos, amigas.
Hey, what's wrong with that?
No. I like this voice. This voice sounds
what the fuck are you doing? What the heck is this?
Anyway, so in terms of Hector, while I do have my annoyances with him, especially with the gross out humor, there is something about Hector that's just like a wholesome abuelo to me.
Yeah, I think he's definitely a huge like abuelo, which he's so wholesome, and then he of course like helps his family out and stuff like that. He also does like traditional stuff. He plays the guitar. Yeah. And also he's a very very rumor guy too.
He's a cheesemate.
Flipper whited his teeth.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing that kind of makes me like him a lot. So I think B tier when it comes to Hector.
I'm gonna say B tier as well.
So B tier for Hector for you. Where are we gonna put Hector at?
I'll put Hector in between Albert and Carlitos.
Okay, you know what? I'm all agree with that too. Let's just stick with that for now. Hector, right in between here. Oh, wait, right there. Wait, Albert and CJ?
Between Albert and Carlitos.
Okay, Albert and Carlitos. Okay, let's do that. Cool. Well, how about Harold's husband, Howard?
Yes. So, much like Harold, Howard is very similar to Harold. He... First of all, LGBT representation for life. Let's go, Clyde's dads. And also, he's very protective of Clyde, yet like he's more emotionally vulnerable than his husband is. But that's what makes him all the more endearing. So I will say, on the same as his husband. Like you can't really outrank one or the other.
Okay, so I can't really outrank all of the others. I think I have to be in a pair together. So I have a feeling she's probably in that same range with Harold and just be. A little bit. I think I like Howard more than Harold, so I'm gonna actually put him above Harold in my case.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. So
it doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
So they're both equally endearing.
Yeah, both are equal. I just feel like this definitely works out here. So yeah. Howard over Harold. There he is. How about Principal Huggins?
Principal Huggins just stands out as the stern, strict principal stereotype that we've seen in cartoons like Principal Ward from Hey Arnold, the principal from Recess. He stands out as that strict principal stereotype.
You know what though? I mean, yes, he is just pretty much a principal. There wasn't really like big things when it comes to him, but I just feel like he's already an average C. There have been moments where, like, you know, even if Lincoln had already left elementary, that he still appears with the other elementary kids, like Lucy. Remember when went to the beach together? Principal Huggins was there,
And also Lola Loud with the gossipy report.
yeah, that too. So if anything, I think like Principal Huggins will be there for quite some time. It's just that he'll be on different Louds because Lincoln is gone.
Sure.
So I say C range in my case.
C range is fine, yeah.
But where would you put him in C?
Where I'll put him C is in between Bertram and Arturo.
In between Bertram and Arturo, you say?
In between Bertram and Arturo, yeah.
Actually, let me put this back here. Bertram, Arturo. Yeah, I'm just trying to look in here and see what this is. Yeah, I guess so. Sure, I'll go ahead and put it as well. Bertram and Arturo. He is a great principal though, but like I think there's a better principal out there. Ramirez, I think, is also in the list.
Oh, Principal Ramirez is much better.
All right, so this guy only came in Music to My Fears, but it's Joey, the tuba player.
Yeah, Joey the tuba player. We don't see much of Joey, do we?
Yeah, he only appeared once. He just played the tuba. He was supposed to be the last member of the band when Luna was hurt. So
Unknown.
Yeah, I think unknown in this case. Sorry, Joey. You just only appeared once. I just feel like we're not going to put
like, who's Joey? Oh, wait, that's Joey.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm going to put Joey away. This is Joyce Kinney, the girl from Save Royal Woods.
Yeah.
That's a villain, I would say. She definitely is in that villain range to say.
Yeah, but the problem is that she's the generic villain that wants to destroy the land of Royal Woods
Crandall,
to make room.
Sorry, I butchered the name. It's Joyce Crandall.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah. Now, aside from her iconic voice actress, she everything about her just screams cliche villain.
Okay, keep going.
So she's only there to serve as, you know, the cliched villain that wants to destroy a neighborhood or city to make room for whatever big project or big lake is about to come. So she's pretty much a female version of Shek from the Hey Arnold movie, and that's pretty much it. She doesn't stand out to me at all, which makes her a bland one-dimensional character.
I gotta bring this up because Joyce Kinney definitely did have an impactful role here. She's a businesswoman that wants to tear down Royal Woods for some sort of like resort or something. Yeah, she definitely is one of those villains that had to, if anything, I think like in the episode, Lincoln, you know, became like a hero for the city, if anything. I don't see anything interesting about her besides the fact that she's just a businesswoman that wants to tear down a city for her personal gain. I do think that she kind of is unforgettable. She's got to be forgettable to me.
Yeah.
I feel like she's D in my case.
Yeah, she's D. She's D, and that's being generous.
I think it's more over flip in my case.
The stereotypical CEO businessman. Gee, I wonder where we heard that before.
Yeah, there's got a lot of that there too. All right, so we're gonna put Joyce at D, right above Flip. Is that what you said?
I would say still better than Flip. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we can put it better than Flip. All right. Next one, she's just brand new. It's Kara.
Yes! Let's go! Yes!
Why are you just shouting out of nowhere?
We have reached big character. Let's go! Yes!
Oh my god. Okay. Well, first off, Kara just appeared in the comic book store. That was one thing. Then she appeared again in another comic book episode. Then she actually did be a part of Lincoln's Friends group now.
Yes! Kara, S+ right
Already?
now.
Already? No, what the heck?
Right above Fifi, right above Darcy, Kara is the top 2 so far.
Oh no! Oh man!
And I know what y'all thinking.
It's already a big leap for Kara. She only appeared in 4 episodes.
and I know what y'all thinking. Oh, Kara hasn't appeared as much anymore, or Kara needs to be fleshed out more.
She is going to be popping up in more episodes just because she's now part of Lincoln's friend group. So
and you're gonna make that argument, but then again, it's Kara and she's freaking awesome, so she's an exception to that rule. I would say because. I
think first off, she's super high in S. I think she's super high in S. She doesn't really impress me as much yet.
And even before the iconic episode "Careless of a Whisper," she stands out to me with her snarkiness, her sarcasm towards Lincoln's goal, and also the fact that she owns a comic book store. She's a comic book nerd girl, and that's what makes me like all the more love her. She's precious. She's adorable being. She's like my daughter. And then "Careless of a Whisper" is what cemented her as be like, okay, she's officially my favorite non-Loud character.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Because we do
just like me and Stella. Okay, we get it.
Because we do see that she's not just a stereotypical nerd character. There's actually more to her than just that. Like, she's into ice fishing, she's into hockey, she's into water sliding. Like, she has more personality outside of just comic books.
Yeah, I know that. So, but again, like, I feel like we're aiming way too high for her right now. She's like,
there's such a thing as
that's way too high for her. I feel like she's definitely A+, maybe S-. I feel like under Darcy for sure.
S-. Anything under S is a crime, sir.
God, really?
S.
Fine.
I will grant you S-.
Here's the thing. Because Omid is just way too crazed onto Kara right now, I'm gonna put her in Kara. Whatever. Yeah. God damn it. I say S-, might be below Darcy. Okay, we're gonna do that. But I feel like she's definitely in the range of A, probably under Adelaide in my case.
I'll make you a deal. Right behind Darcy, S- tier. Deal?
Really? I think, again, we're aiming too high. I feel like we're aiming too high for Kara right now. I don't know.
I mean, do I really want to go A? She deserves better than A. Come on.
I think she definitely deserves probably A+. Okay, we'll just go A+. Okay. Just to calm down your tits here, okay?
Fine, A+. Fine.
We'll do A+, but under Adelaide. But
after more Loud House episodes, you're gonna regret it.
When she gets more episodes, yes.
Yeah.
But I feel like she definitely deserves A+ range. Okay, there. Yeah. You can't just go hype up for straight A+. God damn, man. That's just way too much. All right, there we go. Okay, how about Catherine Mulligan?
Catherine Mulligan. I'm Catherine Mulligan.
This is Catherine Mulligan.
Catherine Mulligan. I'm gonna say Catherine Mulligan. Now she's the typical newscaster archetype, but I feel like with Catherine Mulligan, there's just something about her where she's actually quite amusing when you look at her. When you see how she pulls off the Catherine Mulligan. I'm Catherine Mulligan.
Yeah.
And like she's quite an effective newscaster.
I think she really stands out. Like, she's now becoming, like, one of my favorite characters. That's like Mrs. Bernardo, okay? So, I think, like, she definitely does stand out, like, as a side character that just keeps on popping up. It just as Catherine Mulligan. And no, I'm not biased just because she's also voiced by Lori Loud, okay? But no, I mean, she does deserve her praise. She has gotten better episodes recently, especially Scoop Snoop. Like, that one was, I think, one of my favorite episodes for Catherine Mulligan.
Who'd have thought that she and Rusty's dad were dating?
Yeah, no one expected that. Yeah. But I feel like she's definitely A. I feel like she's definitely an A tier character. Probably right in between Haikyuu and Chunk in my case.
Fair enough.
Okay, so we're gonna do that. All right, cool.
Yes.
So, Catherine Mulligan right over here in this area.
Sure.
All right. How about Kotaro, Lin Sr.'s best friend?
Kotaro, Lin Sr.'s BFF right there. Now, Kotaro serves as Lin Sr.'s best friend, but I feel like with some others in most cases, I feel like there should be more to Kotaro than just Lin Sr.'s best friend.
Let's see. Kotaro don't really show off much when it comes to him. No, he doesn't really give much to me. I feel like he's definitely a C character, if anything.
C character.
Okay, where would you put him in C, though?
Where I would put him in C is right in between Bertrand and Arturo.
All right. Hold on. Let me put that out here. So we're going to do Kotaro. Wait, where'd you go again?
In between Bertrand and Arturo.
Okay, yeah. I think that could be more preferable.
No arguments, yes.
Really more preferable there? Okay. Let's do that. Okay, so this character I actually have to look up. I'm very sorry, everybody.
So this character serves as the rival to Lana in that one dog show episode.
Yes.
But that's just it. She just serves as this one-dimensional rival bully to Lana in one episode, and that's pretty much it. I could not stand this character.
Yeah, I don't know for her character. I don't forget her name of her character, by the way. But know her.
The fact that we don't even know her name shows she's not forgettable.
So should we just put her in the unknown area in this case?
Unknown or F?
Yeah,
unknown or
I
F?
guess so. Again, audience members, if you remember her name, please do let me know. But yes, I don't know her that much. Goodbye. This is Liam, right?
Laird.
Laird. My bad.
Yeah, no. Now with Laird, I know there are some people that are very fond of Laird, and you know what? Like Laird does stand out as being, he's not hateable. He's quite adorable in some cases, but the thing with Laird is that for the most part, he stands out as kind of like this butt monkey character. and that's what he mainly serves his purpose of being. There's not much that stands out to Laird other than he's a clumsy, Eugene clone in a sense. He's sort of like the clumsy Jinx character, and while he does serve as a good friend to Ronnie Ann, there's not much. There needs to be more to him.
There's something about him that kind of stands out. First off, he's rich. That one episode where they had a sleepover, Home Improvement or something. Yeah.
Home Improvement, yeah. That's it. The thing with Home Improvement, my problem with Home Improvement is that everything else outside of Laird was what made the episode. Everything else that wasn't Laird carried the episode, but not Laird himself.
Yeah, I feel like he's not one of the best friends when it comes to loves it Ronnie Ann. He seems like a nerd. He is funny though, I must say. But I do point out that he's kind of to me. I feel like he's definitely C- in my case.
C-, yeah.
So I say probably behind Arturo to me.
I would say about in between Kotaro and Arturo.
Really? Okay. So I'll agree with you there. Then we'll do that.
Still better than Arturo.
Yeah. Oh God, I just don't like Arturo. Jesus. Did we put Principal Huggins? We put Principal Huggins in B. Sorry about that. I was wondering why we have Huggins here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we're changing the lineup. It's just been messy here. Okay, cool. Now we're getting to the Louds now. All right, Louds are now finally popping up. So let's actually start off. Let's already start off with Lana Loud.
Lana Loud is S tier. She's one of my favorite Louds.
I think so. Oh, S tier. You think it's a little bit too high?
I don't think so. I
have a feeling like all the Louds are definitely going to be S and A tier in my case.
Ranging from S to A.
I feel like I get it. Like she's a very dirty, girl. She loves to be in the mud. But then there have been episodes where she's been so wholesome to animals. For example, I just remember the episode where Lana wanted to save these animals and just raise her on her own, but at the same time don't want to give her adopted to other people. That was with Sam. I remember that episode, by the way.
Not to mention, she's quite a handy woman herself. She's a car mechanic.
Yeah, I think she definitely does deserve S tier in my. I get it. Yes, I think she definitely deserves S tier. But maybe over Fifi in my case.
I'm gonna say over Fifi.
So she's over Fifi. Okay, so
over Fifi. Yeah.
We're gonna do that. All right. Definitely we're bringing up Lana Loud now. All right, there it is. She's absolutely in the top right now.
Absolutely
in the top. Okay. Well, how about Lance Loud?
Lance Loud. From the appearances I've seen of him, he doesn't impress me all that much. Especially Twice the Fight Before Christmas was not a great introduction to the character. So I feel like with Lance Loud, he has gotten slightly better ever since then, but there needs to be more of Lance Loud for me to be really impressed by him.
Yeah, I think for Lance, I remember there was the episode where Lean Loud Sr. and Lance were trying to have a gym and food place together, and it didn't work out or something. Mm-hmm. That was the only last impression I got from him. But either way, I think he's more of a B character in my case.
B-.
B-. I might agree.
I would have put him C.
I'll agree with you with that too. But I think he might be probably over Principal Huggins for sure.
Yeah, over Principal Huggins.
Okay, so we agree about that. We're over Principal Huggins here. All right. Okay. Next, Lenny Loud.
We have a new queen in the Tiermaker. Lenny Loud.
I think, if anything, she definitely does overpass Lana Loud.
S tier.
I think she definitely is S tier. She's just a wholesome young woman. She's been successful. She might be a ditz here and there, but I know that she definitely is very wholesome. She's great, lovable, all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of names I could just bring down for Lenny. There's so many compliments we could just bring down for Lenny. But yes, she definitely deserves S tier for me.
Yeah, she's a fashion encyclopedia. She has some of the funniest lines in the show. Yes, even funnier than Luann, don't at me. And there's just the fact of, while she's a ditch, there are moments where she has appeared to be brighter than she seems. That's what really stands out to Lenny Loud, is that...
Yeah. I think we're all in agreement here. Lenny definitely deserves top of the list right now. All right. So Lenny is now in the top of the list. Oh, we're really going up here, huh? All
Lenny Loud.
Lenny Loud on top. Well, how about Liam? Liam?
Liam is one of the better ones of Lincoln's friends. Definitely one of Lincoln's better friends for sure, in comparison to Zach and especially Rusty. But with Liam, he's this farm boy. He loves his animals. He's passionate about his Mima. Oh, and also he's got quite a throw. There's a reason he's called Cowpie Kid.
He's Cowpie Kid, yep.
So, for all these reasons and more, I'm going to say Liam is quite an endearing character. I'm going to say not quite A tier, but I'm going to say more like B+.
B+ tier for you. You know what? I actually was just gonna put him into the B range, but not in the B plus range. I feel like he's like, from the way I'm kind of looking at it, I feel like he's better than Carlos in my case.
Better than Carlos?
Yeah.
I
have to give some props out to
better.
Liam. Like he's still cool.
Slightly better than Carlos.
Right, then where would you put him?
I would say. Let's say. It's kind of hard.
I know, right?
I'm gonna say above Girl Jordan.
Above Girl. What?
Liam has more prominent role than Girl Jordan does.
I know, but Girl Jordan is still Girl Jordan. Oh man, Liam definitely deserves the B plus range, but not the high B plus range. I feel like he definitely is in the. Man, you're making me like stressed right here.
Your call.
Damn. Maybe over. Oh god, I think below Girl Jordan in my case.
That's only fair.
Okay, we'll do that.
Sorry,
Liam.
sorry, David Tennant. Sorry.
I mean, he needs more appearances. That's one thing about him.
If Netflix will allow it, that is.
Okay, well, how about Lily Loud? Come on, remember the baby Lily Loud? Oh man, where would you put her?
Lily Loud. Now Lily Loud has gotten better ever since season 5, where she went to preschool. Those were the glory days. But then when she's just a baby, like pre-season 5, yeah, she's adorable, but she only stands out as being, the baby of the family. So for all reasons to consider, I'm gonna say not quite S tier, but more A+.
Yeah, I mean, you put a baby in S plus. I mean, in A plus tier. Wow.
I have to be honest, A+. A+.
Okay, so she's definitely A. If we're gonna put her Lily in A plus, where would you put her in the range of the A's that we have right now? Like. I might say better than Kara. I'm not gonna lie.
Fine.
Yes, he agrees. He agrees. Lily's better than.
No, see, I want to be fair to this guy. If I had my list, if I had done my way, Kara would be ranked much higher. But
either way, like I'm starting to like her a whole lot more because Lily is like enunciating more. She's even having preschool adventures, what I thought were really cute to see. So if we get more of those Lily adventures, maybe we could get her higher, probably into S- range, if anything. Oh boy, here comes the man with the plan. It is Lincoln Loud time.
Boy.
It is Lincoln Loud time. All right, absolute S plus already, even over Lenny. That's not like I say, even over Lenny. Okay. I think Lincoln definitely is over Lenny.
I have to say something first.
Oh no, he's gonna have some haters. Oh, here we go.
Okay. Now, yes, it is true. Lincoln is a big character, and yes, it is true. Lincoln has had, for the most part, some prominent moments. I've had my issues. I've had my issues with Lincoln in seasons 1 through 4. You know this, and he has gotten much better ever since the first Loud House movie and season 5 onwards. He's become 10 times much better character than he was before.
Remember, you're a Loud House fan. You're supposed to at least you're supposed to put Lincoln in a very high tier here.
Like the earlier version of Lincoln Loud.
Yeah, version of Lincoln Loud is one thing, but he's getting better. Every season has been getting better for Lincoln.
Like I've had my issues with Lincoln. Like he's really selfish in seasons 1 through 4, and then of course there's the typical Lincoln Loud episodes there's the typical Lincoln Loud formulaic episodes that tend to pop up, especially the first 4 seasons. But like I said, season 5 and onwards, Lincoln Loud's gotten much better, all things considered. And while he's had some irritable moments here and there, Lincoln Loud really does stand out as being more confident, being much more friendly, and all that. Now, all things considered, I would have said, there was a part of me that was sort of debating where to put Lincoln. I would have said A+ tier.
Why are you putting A+? He definitely is deserved S. How are you putting him A+? He's S tier, absolutely S tier.
No,
how you dare you do this to your best character, to the main character of the show?
Now,
what the fuck is this?
Let me finish. I said would have. I would have kept him in A tier had it not been for one iconic scene that elevated him to an S for me. And believe it or not,
it's No Time to Spy, right?
Yes, and it comes from the best Lincoln Loud scene ever. His sacrifice.
Don't remind me.
His sacrifice scene is what really cemented his character as being such a wholesome boy. It really, the scene speaks to me that Lincoln Loud is even willing to sacrifice his own life to save his family and all that stuff, because he feels responsible for all the David Steele shenanigans were getting him this best in the first place. And it makes me think, oh my gosh, like that is such a heroic David Steele thing to do. Like it does show how being a hero requires you to do the hard thing, and Lincoln Loud did the hardest thing ever. He's a 12-year-old character to sacrifice his whole life. Oh my gosh, God bless you, Lincoln Loud, for that. And for that, S tier.
Yes, it definitely is S tier, but I did say he's definitely on the top, like over Lenny Loud right now.
Over Lenny Loud.
Yes,
is
I think over Lenny Loud, just because like it is Lincoln Loud. He's been getting better every season now.
Yeah.
Like I've been liking him as David Steele. He's just being awesome with Clyde and stuff here and there. Even like standing up to bullies, which I thought was an amazing, iconic episode. There's just so many great moments, especially in No Time to Spy. Come on, it's him being David Steele with Myrtle. There's just so many things about Lincoln that you'll like in that particular movie, and there's so many great things when it comes to Lincoln. I have to say. Absolute S tier, and she is on the top right now.
I would agree that S tier definitely after No Time to Spy, like definitely.
Yeah.
Like before No Time to Spy, I would have said A tier, no more, no less.
Why would you? First off, what were you thinking? A tier for Lincoln? How dare you?
Because even as he gotten better, there's still some there's still my grievances with the character, all things considered, which is why before No Time to Spy, I said. When you put the good and the bad together, it's A. But after No Time to Spy, I'm just like, okay, S tier for that.
So I already put it up there. I think he's better than Lenny. That's for sure.
If I had my way, though, I would have put him in between Lana and Fifi. I would have put him number 3
really?
top.
Even better than Lana and Lenny better than Lincoln?
Lenny over Lincoln, Lana over Lincoln. Don't at me.
Oh my gosh. No,
don't at me.
I feel like Lincoln's definitely a better character. Lana has her quirks. Lenny has her quirks. But then I feel like Lincoln definitely is the perfect boy right now. We're going to continue probably having more people in the S tier and debating on that too. Yeah. But right now, it is Lincoln on the top right now, S tier.
Perfect-ish, but okay.
Yeah, we'll put it perfect right there. I would say definitely on the top right now.
Main character treatment, I get it. Main character treatment.
Let's do that for now because we do have a bunch of other characters that we're also bringing up too.
Yeah.
So let's go with Lisa Loud.
Lisa Loud, when I look at Lisa Loud, she comes off to me as a female Dexter.
Yeah, I mean, she's the smartest and stuff, so yeah.
That's what you look at from paper. In paper, she looks like that. But then after season 5 onwards, she becomes more and more of an awesome character. She like her episodes really stand out to Lisa as showing her that even though she is the child prodigy, she's a genius. Loud House does show that Lisa still has much to learn. Like she's still a kid, she's still learning and growing as a person. So that's what makes me impressed by Lisa Loud.
I must say this, Lisa Loud definitely is up there, but I will put in A in my case. She's not really the S tier range to say, but I would say A.
You put Darcy over Lisa?
No. Wait, what? You
put Darcy in S tier.
Yes, I think I do.
As I was pointing out, I said, I'm not sure I put Darcy over Lisa, but I think
I kind of feel. Well, I don't know. Like I totally forgot that Darcy was actually S. But
Darcy was S. We ranked her in S. But to make things fair, I'll say
A plus range maybe.
A plus range. Yeah.
I'm thinking A plus range maybe
before Carlota.
Before Carlota, yeah. That's what I was thinking too. All right, so there we go. Hold on for just 1 second. My phone is about to die, so I'm just gonna stop the recording here.
All right.
Yeah. Whoopsie.
We'll be right back.
My phone drains so much. I can't.
At least we got my phone.
Yeah, at least we got that, so that can help out. All right. So we got this, so that's cool. Lisa's gonna be A plus range here. Okay, how about Lola Loud?
Lola Loud, S plus tier. I will hear no arguments.
Yes, I agree, S tier as well.
Lola Loud is one of my top 4 favorite Loud House characters ever, and one of my top 3 favorite Louds. Like, Lola Loud stands out to me as one of the best.
I think Lola is getting much more improved. Like, I'm starting to love Lola Loud as she is. Like, she's starting to get better. She's starting to get better. Yeah, she is the snob. She is like one of the rumor girls. She's, the prissy prom queen and stuff like that. Pageant queen and things like that. And I just feel like, her episodes are getting better. I've been starting to like her a whole lot more, and she definitely deserves the S tier right now.
I will say the episode that sold her for me was Tatler's Tale, when she decided to take the fall.
That one was a good episode too.
She decided to take the fall for the Loud siblings to make up for the damage she's done. So
yeah. I do agree Lola does deserve S, but like maybe over Lana.
I would say because Lola Loud is a breath of fresh air when it comes to the brat with the heart of gold trope. It shows how she's more than just the bratty sister that tattletales. She actually is more she has more depth than that. Oh, and also her sassiness is one of the best parts of her.
So we're gonna go with S tier, or where in S tier again?
S plus tier over Lincoln.
Whoa, over
Lincoln.
Whoa.
Lola
What are we doing here? No.
Lola over Lincoln, don't at me. Lola over Lincoln, don't at me. Come on.
Are we going to put that up there? Oh my God, no.
I'm putting
he's the
that
best
high.
boy. No, like, Lola. I think Lola is better than Lana in my case.
Lola is better than Lana.
Yeah.
I used to say Lana was better because she's
I have a
comic-book.
feeling it's definitely better in that in between Lola and Lenny. Sorry, Lana and Lenny. Lola is definitely in between those two.
Yeah, I used to think
I can't stop top Nick Lincoln yet. Lincoln is definitely up there. I just think that
he won't be yet, but there's an
yeah,
iconic
there are other characters that are gonna be up there. Yes, there are gonna be other Louds that are gonna be up there. But I feel like Lincoln definitely is still up there. Lola is in that level where it's not gonna be higher than Lincoln. I think it's definitely in between. It's definitely like in that area, like right below Lincoln to say.
At least she's top S. I'll take that. So I would say Lola in between. Okay. I guess if you want to put Lenny over Lana,
I think
between Lenny and Lana, you can.
Yeah, I'll do that. So we'll go over here in this case. Oh my God, no! The next one is gonna be tough. It's Lori Loud. Oh no!
Lori Loud.
Well,
now, much like Lola, Lori is a breath of fresh air when it comes to the babysitter archetype. She's the oldest of all the Loud siblings. She's basically the in charge kind of woman, and it makes it all the more better when you find that Lori is good at golf. She's good at being a business manager from the way she manages her siblings. And of course her relationship with Bobby's really good.
Yeah.
And of course she literally is one of the best.
Like in the first season, yes, she does end up not looking like a great character. This is why I started to ask Luann as one of my favorite characters. And then she grew to me. Like she going to college, she plays golf. She's, absolutely managing for herself. Like, oh my God, now she's back home with the Louds and it's making me love Lori a whole lot more what she's doing. So I mean, this is my bias, but I'm definitely putting her S tier for sure.
Yes. I would say S tier, and she's definitely one of the more developed of
I'm kind of wondering if she's over Lincoln. She's over Lincoln.
She's over Lincoln to me.
Oh, she's over Lincoln to you. Okay.
Over Lincoln
Where
to me.
are we doing this right now? Lori over Lincoln.
Yes. We have a new queen until a certain character takes over. Let's go.
Okay, fine. We'll do Lori over Lincoln. We've
over
agreed
Lincoln.
on this one.
Yes.
Lori is over Lincoln.
Much better character. Let's go.
This could be a little bit biased, but I feel like it is true. Lori has improved from a fairly bad character in season 1 all the way to what she is now. I think she's definitely improved. And
character development.
So there we go. Next, how about Luann Loud?
Luann Loud, another one of my top favorite Loud siblings and one of my top 5 favorite characters ever. Luann Loud just stands out. The way I could describe Luann Loud is that, out of all the Loud sisters, in terms of personality, in terms of interests, I'm the most like Luann. Like I share most similarities to Luann in a sense. Like she's into acting, she's into drama, she also loves puns like I do, and like she's a really punny girl. But however, beware of her because when April Fool's comes, she could be quite deadly.
So I absolutely, like I said before, I did say I loved Luann first. Like she was my favorite character in the first season, but again, I started to get into Lori when the second season keep on going on. But I still loved Luann ever since. Like I do love the whole scary Luann episodes where she ends up trying to prank her. The pranking episodes of Luann has turned out to be such great entertainment. And even before that, Luann has just started to get so many funny episodes here and there, and I do think that she is a great developed character. I feel like she does deserve S tier as well. Yeah. And I feel like, better than Lincoln also? Better than Lincoln also, but better than Lori? That's a good question.
Better than Lori. Yes.
Oh, this is a tough one too, but I think so. I think so too. I think Luann is better than Lori. So.
Yes, there you go. We got a new queen. Let's go.
So Luann over Lori. So there we go.
Raven, Kobe, Roy. I know y'all watching. Look at Luann this now. Yes.
All right. Next, how about Lucy Loud?
Lucy Loud is an iconic goth character because of how they exaggerate the goth girl stereotype with Lucy, with her size, with her poetry, and her depressed outlook on life. I swear, the girl has something called ennui. She has,
she's boredom. Yes,
she has that ennui kind of personality, but she has so much fun with the role, and there are times where she can be quite wholesome herself. And seeing her with her Morticia's Club is for the most part, they're probably stellar episodes. So I'm gonna say, all things considered, I'm gonna say Lucy Loud is somewhere like the middle S.
Yeah, I think if anything, I do appreciate Lucy actually becoming in the S tier. Yes, she is goth. She does have like her moments. She's just mostly like doom and gloom, pretty much. That was pretty much all her mood. I do say she does deserve to be in the middle. So maybe I'm thinking about it right now. I feel like she is. Oh God, maybe under Lana.
Maybe under Lana. Yeah,
say under
like
Lana
above Fifi.
Okay, so we're agreeing on that. We're under Lana here for Lucy Loud. Well, this is gonna be your favorite here, Nomi. This is Luna Loud.
Yes.
Here's Luna Loud.
Yes.
Oh God.
We are entered the queen of rock and roll herself and the best character of the show, Luna Loud. Let's go. S+ tier, no question.
Oh God. Okay, Luna definitely is the cream of the crop. She absolutely deserves it for sure. Oh, you ran out of storage as well. Okay, yeah. That's fine. We're just gonna use this instead.
Just really getting to the best part.
Okay, so yeah, Luna Loud currently S+ tier. I have to say this over Luann, maybe. I'm still like thinking about it right now because yeah, Luna does have her greatest moment. She did end up with Sam, which turned out to be a very iconic moment in Alice for Love. They're currently a perfect like couple together right now. And yeah, I don't see much when it comes to it. I think she's just an absolutely perfect character right now.
Yes. The perfect character. Yes. Yeah. No arguments there.
I think.
However, as cute as Luna is, the episode that actually really made her my favorite is For Bros About to Rock, where she actually turns out to be the first to get full-on fleshed out character development, where we find out why she loves rock and roll so much, and it's because of Mick Swagger herself. Mick Swagger is what gives Luna Loud her identity. Mick Swagger is what makes Luna Loud. And so she wants to share that passion music with her brother, which is really sweet. And plus, she has some iconic episodes as well. Play it loud! Play it loud!
Of course.
and then, of course, we got the peak Loud House episode, Roadie to Nowhere, which is on top of that. So, yes, I'm going to say, as much as we love Luann Loud, we got to put her roommate above her.
I got to say this, too. Okay, fine. We'll do it. We'll put Luna Loud at number 1.
Luna Loud's number 1, baby. Let's go. Okay, Where she belongs. Let's go. Yes.
There.
Yes.
I have a feeling there's another character that might be above her. I feel like there's another character above her.
Oh, gosh. Yes. If it's who I think it is, no, I'm going to have to disagree.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it as we go along. Okay, so let's go to Lynn Loud Sr.
Yeah, Lynn Loud Sr., Lynn Sr.'s kind of a mixed bag, but for the most part, he does serve his purpose well. There have been moments where he's been quite a controversial character. For instance, the episode that shall not be named in season 2, but we'll leave it at that. But just because of that certain episode, but that episode doesn't really diminish the character as a whole. But that episode doesn't make Lynn Sr. hateable forever, but it's just there are times Lynn Sr. could be a bit much. So I will say, with all these considered, there are some episodes that you like him. There are some episodes you can't stand him. So I'm going to say, with all these considered, Lynn Sr. is a good dad, but there are times he can be a bit much. I'm going to say,
I think if anything,
A-.
Yeah, you're right. I think he definitely deserves around the A- range. He definitely is a great dad. It's also the dad. I love the fact that the voice actor also does represent the really Loud House character.
Yeah, Brian
as well.
Stefanik. Yeah.
Yeah. I do think he does deserve the S tier. Not S tier. A- range as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anything, like I was thinking B, honestly. For the first, when I was first thinking about it, but you're right. He is a great dad for the Louds. He's been like, again, a very wholesome guy. He loves to cook. He made Lynn's table, etc. So much stuff. I have a feeling A-, but like where in A- do you say?
A-, I'm going to say in between Chunk and Howard.
Chunk and Howard?
Yeah.
No, I think better than Chunk to me.
Better than Chunk?
I think better than Chunk to me.
That's fair.
Okay, we're gonna bring that up there. So Lynn Loud Sr. better than Chunk in there. All right, how about Lynn Loud Jr.?
Lynn Loud Jr. Now, of course, we do have some Lynn Loud fans here. We know some Lynn Loud fans that are in our server. So yeah, so with Lynn Loud Jr., this is where you guys crying all y'all watching this. Now, Lynn Loud Jr. While there were a few moments where I couldn't stand her, and in some episodes, I'll just leave it at that. It doesn't really diminish her character as a whole. She does stand out for the most part as being a fun, energetic, and sports passionate girl, the jock that is really, and she's really strong. She could lift quite a bit.
Right.
So with all these considered, Lin Loud Jr. is quite an enjoyable character, and for all these reasons and more, I'm going to say not quite S, but more like A+ tier.
For Lin Loud Jr., I say no. I thought not S tier. Really, not S tier.
A+,
no,
because season 2, especially where she got annoying.
She literally goes for like. I'm surprised about this. You're not even putting her S. I literally go to give her an S tier.
With S tier, it has to be near perfection. And,
oh come on!
And you know what?
She looked like she had some great moments. Like again, she's a tomboy. She loves sports. Like she definitely had her moments and stuff. But something tells me like she's definitely a great character. I think she definitely deserves S. Maybe like, I think before Lana, in my case.
So you want to split up Lola and Lana, the twins?
I'm so sorry about that, but yes.
You want to split up the twins? What is wrong with you, man?
I do. I mean, I have to give props to Lin Senior. Sorry, Lin Junior. She definitely, absolutely is a great character to me.
All right, well, as to like, I'm not gonna argue with that. Lin Loud is a great character, but I'm saying like, if not for my a few of my grievances towards her, I wouldn't have agreed with S. But you know, I say A+.
Okay, so I want to ask you, where would you put Lin Senior? Oh, Lin Junior here.
Oh, Lin Jr., if I had it my way, I would have put her above Lisa Loud on the A+ tier. But since we're doing it our way, we'll do S tier. You win.
S tier, but where? Because like, if you're gonna put her below Lisa, then it would be around the range of like Lucy and Darcy.
Put her in between Lucy and Darcy.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna agree upon that. I think like over Lucy, maybe over Lucy.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Deal.
Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it over Lucy. Still Fifi being that high was also pretty extravagant too. Out of all the people up there are Louds and a villain and a kid. So that's the Louds, by the way. That's all of the Louds. So now the next couple of characters that we have are going to be pretty short. So we might just go a little bit quick, fast forward, since we're kind of like running out of time here.
Yeah, sure.
So let's actually go quickly here. Let's actually talk about Margot.
Yeah. Now, Margot is Lin Senior's best friend, by the way. So we're skipping Maggie and we're skipping...
Oh, sorry, Maggie. Sorry. That's Maggie. Whoops, my bad.
That's Maggie. So Maggie is Lin Jr.'s second best friend, and she doesn't have much to play with, in comparison to Margot anyway. So I would say C. B- to C+.
Maggie, on the other hand, I just feel like she definitely deserves something a little bit higher. She's been supportive with Lin Jr. when it comes to like all her sports and stuff. But again, you're right. We have not seen her in quite a while. We've seen Margot more than Maggie, which I find surprising. So I think B would be a suitable role. It's just more like where in the B range. I feel like at a high B range, probably like below Liam in my case.
Below Liam is fine.
Liam? Okay. So we're going to take it right there. Put Maggie down there. Maddie. Next up, Margarita.
Margarita, there's not much to say about Margarita other than she's the hair salon girl.
She's the hair salon girl, but she also does have some important, like, pretty prominent roles there. I feel like she's definitely like a low B, high C character in my case.
Somewhere like that, yeah.
Where would you put her for Margarita?
I'm gonna say high C.
High C. Okay, so.
No, not the drink high C.
I feel like she's around the Gavin. Was it? Casey range. Gavin Casey range.
I would still put her above Gavin for sure.
Okay.
But in terms of whether it be above or below Cricket, that's debatable. Doesn't matter.
Okay, fine. So we'll put Margarita over here. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So we'll do that. Well, how about Margot?
Margot much higher than Maggie because Margot has a more prominent role in comparison. She serves as Lin Jr.'s best friend. And of course, they have their big burgers named after them, and it also helps that Lin Jr. and Margot do make quite a team together. Like Margot's quite a prominent athlete herself, so I'm gonna say somewhere in the A tier.
Okay.
A-.
Well, she definitely is better than Maddie for sure.
Maggie.
That's it.
Maggie.
Maddie. It said Maddie. The crowd is saying Maddie.
Oh, Maddie. Dang it.
Yeah.
But that's going to show how Maddie.
She has been kind of off of the Loud House recently.
Maddie's not much prominence as she should be.
Margot had that episode where like Lynn Jr. was getting like jealous of Margot.
Yeah,
I think that episode kind of stands out for me as like one of her bests. So I definitely would consider her like A to A minus range. Maybe I think maybe around the range where Haikyuu is. That
actually is fair because Margot is to Lin Jr. what Haikyuu is to Lucy.
Yeah, so I think maybe under Haikyuu.
Under Haikyuu.
Under Haikyuu.
I would take Haikyuu over Margot.
Okay, yeah. Margot under Haikyuu. Sorry, we're talking Haikyuu. There you go. Haikyuu. Sorry, I'm getting that name wrong too. How about Maria Santiago? Oh no! He's coming up again. Oh no! He's doing it again.
Yes, mi amor, the muy caliente woman, Maria.
What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Stop! What the hell are you saying?
Yes, my love for this character has not waned one bit. Not even after the Casagrandes movie. And yes, I will defend Maria in that movie. I'm gonna say Maria is definitely an S tier mom. Like she's just such a hardworking, such a free-spirited, such a wholesome mother to Ronnie and Bobby. She contributes so much, unlike her deadbeat ex-husband.
Oh my gosh.
and not to mention her prominent role in the Casagrandes movie is what really elevated my love for this character all the more. So yes, Maria Santiago, S tier, no exceptions.
Maria, I think if anything, Maria definitely improved herself in the Casagrandes movie. Yes. It just sucks that we don't see her much at all throughout the show. Like the biggest moment was in the movie. That was it. Because
the Casagrandes have robbed her of her, screen time. Like Maria could have gotten her very own episode where she works at the hospital. And, keep in mind, my mom works at the hospital as well. So this is especially why I love Maria so much. So, but no, what do we get instead? Oh, the usual, episode number 50 of Carl and Sergio shenanigans. And I'm sorry. Yeah, no. Enough of that. Let's talk about Maria.
I would say this. Maria definitely deserves A tier, not S tier. She did improve herself definitely in the Casagrandes movie because she is supposed to be a great mom to Ronnie Ann, and we just never see it in the show. So I do say this. Maria definitely deserves A, maybe high A. I would say,
in between Lisa and Carlota. How about that?
You think so? I feel like in the range of Frida and Kara. Like in between those two.
In the range of Frida and Kara?
Yeah.
I definitely would say, if you agree behind Kara, I will accept it.
I said behind Kara.
All right, that's fine. That's
in between Frida and Kara, Kara's right behind Maria. So you like Kara more than Maria, huh?
I like Kara. I'm sorry, Maria, I love you, but I love Kara much more.
Okay. You've been absolutely like gasming when I just said her name. God damn it! All right. How about Maybelle?
Maybelle, she is quite entertaining. With her mangoes, I like mangoes. But then there's actually a good reason for it. It's because she's part of a 3-woman band. Do the fruit shake. Yeah. Fruit shake. Maybelle stands as more of a B tier character.
I just feel like I think you're right. She might be a B tier character in my case. She definitely is one of those like secondary characters that are kind of like lovable, like what Stanley Chang is, for example. I think she does deserve B, but like where in that range to say?
Sure.
Where in the range?
In the B tier range, I'm gonna say, where's Maybelle? Do you want to say in between Becky and Lance?
Becky and Lance. I guess so. Yeah, I think we could probably put her over there in that B range. So. Yeah. We are doing that. Maybelle right over here. All right, perfect. All right, next up, Mazzy from the Moon Goats.
Yes, Mazzy and Mazzy. I'm a huge Moon Goats fan, so a part of me wants to put Mazzy in the S or A tier, but the problem is Mazzy doesn't appear as much as she's similar to Sullivan, in which both Sullivan and Mazzy don't appear nearly as much as Luna and Sam. The only times we see them are when they played in a band together. So for all these reasons, I'm going to say B tier.
It just stinks because like we don't have much when it comes to Mazzy and Sully. Both of them like don't really give much like attention to say because it's mostly on Sam and Luna.
Yeah.
I want to give her some props. I mean, she definitely deserves a B range as well. Like, where in the B range, you may ask? Probably over Becky in this case.
I would say over Becky. Yeah.
Over Becky. Okay, we're gonna stick with that. Yeah, we're gonna go a little bit faster because yes, we're kind of running out of time here, so that's what we're going to do. So Mazzy in B range. What about Millie?
Millie, other than that episode where Lola takes her under her wing, shows her the ropes, we don't see much of Millie other than background appearances, so I'm gonna say B tier.
I really wish we had more I had more time for Millie because she only is a background character now. She only appears as a background character. I just remember that one episode, was it a community service, that ends up actually making like Millie such a great character. But yes, I do agree she does deserve a B.
B minus tier.
B minus tier. So we would probably put her. Oh, maybe under Maybell in this case.
Maybe
under Maybell. Okay, that's up to you because remember you have to decide which one's better and which one's worse.
It doesn't matter to me.
Okay. All right, cool. Then how about Mima? Liam's Mima.
While she does serve as her purpose as Liam's Mima, we don't see much of her. So B minus tier.
I was gonna say probably a little bit lower. Maybe in the C range in my case.
C range is fine.
Yeah,
too.
but like in the C range, maybe in the middle, probably like below Nana Gale.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So you want to do that? Okay. We gotta make sure you also think about it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How about Meryl?
Meryl, she's quite amusing, and we do see much more of her. She's had her funny moments, especially with that voice. That voice, the southern voice, the southern accent, is what makes it all the more amusing. And for all these reasons, I'm going to say mid B. But
I'm starting to like her more than Cheryl. So, because like I know that she like works for the the middle school of the middle school characters, and of course Lincoln is a part of the middle school now, so we're gonna see her more often. I feel to be fair, like both of them are the same pretty much. Cheryl and Meryl pretty much the same. I do say they deserve B as well.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe. Ooh, where we put her?
Let's say in between. I want to say in between Carlitos and Mazzy. In between Carlitos and Mazzy?
Yeah, maybe. I think so. I think you might be right on that range. I think we'll be okay with that.
Yep.
Okay, so right there. How about Miguel?
Miguel is a fascinating character because, well, he is LGBTQ representation, and like he's the gay guy, and he's proud of who he is. He's proud to be fabulous, and we just love him for it. And plus, he has this cute friendship with Lenny Loud that's just so wholesome, so adorable. And so like while Miguel can be petty, childish at times, he's shown to have a great big heart and great work ethic when it comes to Reiniger. So I'm gonna say Miguel is A tier.
Okay, so quite interesting about Miguel. Yeah, because like one thing about him is that yes, he is gay, and he actually openly show it. He's great friends with Lenny. I can't really say much. I can't really complain about him. He's actually a really nice guy.
Who can really complain about him?
Right, exactly. So, I do gotta give props out to him. He does help out Lenny. About the one episode though, that was the whole perfume one, was definitely weird. I'm not gonna lie, that was definitely weird. So I would actually say A- range for Miguel.
Yeah.
Maybe. Oh.
I would say above, like in between Margot and Benny.
Really? It's not that high.
Yeah, I would say mid A.
Okay, well, yeah, we'll go ahead and put that over there then. How about Molly?
Molly is a character that I wanted to see more of because ever since Past Your Bedtime, I've been quite invested in the rivalry between Lincoln and Molly.
But then again, Molly doesn't even show up that much anymore.
Molly doesn't show up much anymore. It's like Molly.
It's weird that Molly just shows up for a season 2 episode, but I have a feeling that she's just more of a unknown character now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I enjoyed her quite a bit in Past Your Bedtime, but we don't see her much else.
Right. So something tells me like she's just more of in the unknown range in this case.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Okay, we'll put that there. Unknown for Molly. Sorry about that. Yeah. How many more characters do we got left, by the way?
We got a whole lot more, dude.
Oh shit.
You want to go for just the main ones? Or?
Yeah, we'll just go for the main ones now, just because we're kind of running out of time. I do want to check the camera here. It is beeping. So.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like we ran out of memory. Okay.
That shows how long the list was. Yeah.
Yeah, that list was long.
I mean, we could do a part 2 like sometime next week.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll think of something here, but what kind of main characters could we have? Because we have a lot more to even go down. It's just there's just too many.
There's way too many.
Yeah.
Like I said, since we ran out of memory, and
yeah, it looks like we kind of ran out of time in this case.
I kind of want to say this, like what Papa mentioned, saying, okay, like we kind of got a little carried away. It turns out our list was longer than we thought.
It was kind of long than we expected, so
there's going to be a part 2 coming this day.
There was just too many. Sorry, we just had too many characters to actually go through. So this is kind of like, I think, our stopping point for now.
To be continued, yeah.
Yeah, this will be our stopping point for now. We did kind of like burn out all of our cameras right now. God damn. I guess we'll keep the list like it is for now. I just got to make sure I make a copy because we do have more characters that we also got to bring up from we went from M all the way to Z now. So we're gonna have more characters from Morag to Stanley to Ronnie Ann to Sid to Stella.
We never got to talk about Ronnie Ann.
Yeah, we haven't really gotten to that part yet. It's just that we're kind of running out of time. This is supposed to be kind of over our podcast time now.
Why? Can't remember why.
I don't know.
When you want to get back to this? I know you said next week we're doing best of 2025, but what if we did a mixture?
We'll probably do that. We'll probably do this first, end it up, and then best of 2025. Yeah, okay. So we're probably gonna do that.
Okay, so pretty much what we're gonna do is next week we're gonna do a combination. Like we'll do this first, like finish up this list, and then go straight to best of 2025.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna be planning on doing. All right.
That's
gonna be the plan for now. Anyways, sorry, the whole camera died actually.
The whole camera died. Yeah.
My bad.
We'll just break the news that turns out that we need a.
Did die also? Sorry about that.
Yeah, we need to put in more stories.
Yeah, we totally messed up on the whole camera part as well, by the way. So sorry about that, guys. I'll meet you ready on dressing. By the way, we're still live. So we're still live. Either way, we will do a part 2. We will do a part 2 on the Anination podcast for this particular tier list. We still have a bunch of more characters to even go through, but until then, that's pretty much it for us here.
So we just want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas, and there'll be part 2 of your big Christmas gift from us to you coming next week.
Yeah, it'll probably be like the after Christmas episode now.
Yeah, after Christmas, let's go.
Man, anyways, thank you very much for checking us out here. We're going to be back for part 2 of this and talk about 2025 coming up.
Yeah, so in the meantime, have a nice day. Merry Christmas to you all.
All right, we'll see you guys later. Bye, everyone.
Yes.
All right, let's take this goodbye.